Hello! Welcome back to another DM Chronicles one-shot. So we'll get started fairly soon. First of all, we had some pre-stream follows, so thank you to Feigned and Naniplod for the follows. It means a lot, and I really appreciate both of you for joining us on the stream today. Now, before we get into the one-shot, the first thing I would like to do is to allow our players today to introduce themselves. So, Charles, front and center, I will have you go first.
Hello. My real name is James. I'm playing the aberrant sorcerer slash gentleman sorcerer Charles today with his best friend Gligs back on the case. I also stream Dungeons and Dragons and other games and things over on YouTube Live. So if anyone wants to come tomorrow and see us, I think we're playing Monster of the Week. We are, because I'm running it. I don't know why I said I think. We are doing that. Where all the players are playing themselves, essentially, but as if they were monster hunters. So that'll be really good fun. I'll pop a link in the down there thing. Or there, I don't know where the chat is.
It's
in
somewhere.
It's in a direction.
Yeah. Wherever you find your chat and chat related goods, you can find the link to James' YouTube channel to watch that one shot tomorrow.
Yes, it starts at 6:30 GMT. So depending where in the world you live, you can work out the maths.
Yeah, and I believe that's 1:30 p.m. Eastern time.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you, and it's a pleasure to have you back on the stream again, James.
Thank you for inviting me back.
Of course. Up next, we have Gligs.
Hello, I'm Victor. Gligs is my goblin engineer. Back at it with Charles. As far as Gligs understands his magic wizard buddy, we're gonna go do a lot of AoE damage and stop people from moving around. Pretty much the whole thing. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't stream, so I don't have anything to plug like that.
You're streaming right now.
You're
right.
on the internet. There's millions of people watching.
You're famous.
Dang. Hi, Mom.
6 people are loving this.
Yeah. Wait,
Well,
we're like 4 of them.
2 people,
Yeah.
are loving this.
All right.
Thank you, Victor, for coming onto the stream again.
Yes.
And I'm glad to have the Charles and Gligs power duo back for another one shot.
Power couple.
Power couple.
Go.
And last but certainly not least, Catnip.
Hi, my name is Haley. I'm playing Catnip. She is a tiefling rogue. That's about it. I don't stream either, so. And I've never played with you guys before, but I have been on the stream, so I'm excited to witness the duo in person.
It's going to be a trio now.
Or yeah, a trio now, but
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I like we've got 3 ranged characters, so
Yeah.
this is going to go real well.
Excellent.
Well, thanks to you as well, Haley, for coming onto the stream again. This is a very exciting group I'm glad to have today. And for those of you in the chat, if you haven't met me before, my name is Bravin, and I'm the Dungeon Master for DM Chronicles here. This is my channel. So yeah, before we get started, just one little housekeeping thing I want to do with a quick update. If you follow me on Twitter, I've already mentioned this, but in case you haven't, my stream schedule is going to be thrown for a little bit of a loop starting next week. I'm going to be shifting things because I am starting with classes. Right now, I'm considering doing... I want to stick with doing twice a week, as much as I can. I'm considering doing Tuesdays and Fridays. But whatever I do, I will make sure to update on my Twitter as well as in my Discord server, and make sure to keep my schedule on Twitch up to date as well. So be watching for that if you want to keep up with when I'm streaming. And with that being said, let's just get right into the one shot we have for today.
Woo!
Woo!
I'm expecting to get bullied a lot.
Not on my watch.
I can't imagine why you would expect something like that.
No, it's a feeling.
I've got a feeling that we will be stopping racism everywhere today.
Yes.
Yeah.
That may be. That could be.
There will be no racism on our watch today.
No.
Today
In
we
fact,
will destroy racism.
We will kill the CEO of racism at the end of
Can
this.
Charles
Racism
have like a
who is
guitar just in
never
case he wants
knew.
to break into song? I can sing the "Don't Be Racist" song.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
you
would
have a
not
guitar?
ever dream of denying that.
I am putting that in my equipment.
Good, good.
Guitar. Continue.
So, the beginning of this one shot, I'm just going to drop you in, and you guys will start out with a bit of freedom in the direction that you want to go. So, the three of you are currently in the city of Antberg. Antberg is most well known for its arena, where they often hold gladiatorial type battles, things like that, in order to test one's might, as well as test innocence with a bit of a crooked and warped justice system that they have. However, it's been quiet for the past week or so, and the arena currently is closed for the day. There's no real action happening. So the three of you are in the city of Antberg, whether for pleasure, for business, and it's currently early in the morning, and you have the day at your on. You have the day.
All right.
Lovely.
Is there a bar?
Is there a bar? Of course, there's a bar.
I want to go
Is
there.
it? Oh, is it in the morning?
Yes, it is. It is. It is in the morning.
Well, it's
Time.
never too
Fantastic.
early to swindle. I'll be at the corner if y'all need me.
The street. You're going to the street corners
Yes.
for swindling, though.
I'm a swindler. That's what I do.
I completely respect that. I will be introducing Gliggs to a tradition from my home city of England called a pub crawl.
A pub crawl.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's where we try and hit up as many bars as possible before you have to crawl home.
Oh.
Nice.
But y'all have public transit. I wish we could do that here.
Just everything's a bit smaller here, so you can walk. We've got a lot of bars in where Charles is from.
Of course, of course. All right.
If you would like to join in the crawl at any point, I've made an itemized schedule of all the pubs we'll be stopping at.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like fun.
Lovely. And we're sticking to the schedule.
So I'm gonna go with Charles to the first bar pub.
Yeah, I guess we're all going to the pub to go drink.
All right.
You can swindle in the pub if you want.
Absolutely.
Games. I have bone dice.
I have weighted dice.
I've got a guitar. I can play the guitar if you like, just as a distraction.
I like
Trust
it.
me,
I like
I
it.
don't need a distraction, but thanks. Appreciate it.
I've just learned a new chord. I wanted to try it out. It's a G.
Is she? That's nice.
Finally learnt G.
Very good.
I don't know anything about music.
I'm pretty sure there's only like 4 chords, so I'm good.
Well,
All right. To the bar.
yeah.
To the bar then.
I'm just gonna start walking to the closest bar I can see.
Okay.
No, we've got an itemized schedule, but it is actually the closest bar that we can see.
All right.
Oh my
So,
God.
so the closest bar or tavern or whatever you'd like to call it to where you are currently in the city is actually in sort of the center, sort of town square, in like the most popular area of Antberg. Seems like a good enough place to start. And there is a tavern there called the Twisted Keg.
The Twisted Keg.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right. We arrive. I want to go to the bar, like the bar of the bar, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
gonna-
Yes. Of course.
Yes.
So you enter the Twisted Keg, and it's pretty bustling. It's a pretty busy morning. It seems like there are a number of people that maybe travelers that had either spent the night here at the bar, or perhaps a number of farmhands, as there's a decent agricultural scene here outside of Omberg that have stopped here for maybe a morning drink or to get some cheap breakfast.
Nice. I will stride up to the barkeep and say, "Good day, sir. We are on a mission of critical importance, a tour of the drinking establishments of Ontberg. Please, can you provide us with 3 of your finest ales? Do you drink ale, Catnip, or is it a vodka situation?"
Critical importance. I'll drink whatever. I don't care.
We'll start with the ales, please. Is it table service or...
Wait, I don't drink beers. I only drink liquor.
There are seats at the bar that you can sit at to drink.
Who all's at the bar? Is there anybody like sitting there?
There's a few like various townsfolk sitting at the bar, but there are enough open seats for the 3 of you to sit there.
I'm gonna find an open seat next to someone, and I'm gonna start chatting them up.
Okay. So I'll start with you, Charles. So you going up to the bar. At your request, the barkeep turns around to reveal themselves to be a female red-scaled dragonborn barkeep. And she quickly nods, and then asks you, "Will it be just ale or any food too?"
I believe I'm going to employ a phrase from my home country: "Eating is cheating."
Right then, so 3 ales, and she kind of runs like back into the kitchen to get your drinks.
While he's over there, I'm gonna look at Charles and say, "Oh, she's hot. You should tip her well."
Oh, I always tip well.
Good.
I didn't mean that to sound as sleazy as it did. I apologize.
It's fine.
After just a few moments pass, she returns from the kitchen with 3 mugs of ale and plops the 3 of them in front of you, Charles. Says, "That'll be 3 silver, please."
I give her 5 silver, and then as I give her 5 silver, I turn and look at Catnip and go,
I wink back.
The barkeep takes the silver and kind of like looks at the exchange between Charles and Catnip, kind of looking back and forth before just kind of like shrugging, taking the money, and then running down the bar to serve some other patrons that are asking for her.
"He likes us."
Very smooth. I like the approach.
Cheers!
Hey.
Cheers.
Oh, wait. Hey.
And then we'll indulge in some drinking songs.
I don't know any drinking songs. I don't.
Well, we do. We have them all back at in Little England. This one involves Gliggs downing his ale as quickly as possible, and it goes like this: "We like to drink with Gliggs because Gliggs."
Oh, I know this one.
And when we drink, not yet. And when we drink with Gliggs, he downs his drink in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey!
Nice.
Hey!
God, that's awful.
Very nice. Take a bow. Take a bow. That was very good. Very
Gliggs,
good.
that was you weren't even drinking ale in that plastic cup.
No.
That was whiskey, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it was. Ooh.
Dungeon Master Chronicles only condones responsible drinking. Just want to put that out there.
I am 23. I am of age in the United States.
I have water.
I'm hungover because I was playing these drinking games last night.
Yeah.
But
I'm unfortunately not of age. So
I am very much of age. I've got the same digits as Vic has in his age, but reversed.
oh.
Okay.
That you all just go, oh, the maths. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
There's some math there.
But as Gliggs is 40 pounds, he is now, I'm assuming, very
Well,
intoxicated.
it was just an ale. So
Yeah.
I just looked up the highest alcohol content of ale.
do
That
you
there
want
is.
me to have you be drunk? Is that really what you're asking for here
No, I
after
don't
one
want.
ale?
No, that's not at all what I want.
All right.
Gligs ain't no lightweight.
Exactly.
I would hope not.
Yeah. He's
I am, unfortunately. So I will only be having one.
Yes. All right.
But
As he finished, he puts his tankard down.
Mhm.
It says another, please.
She's
Just a
not
moment.
there. She's walked off.
She kind of like catches you as she's walking by. She's carrying like a handful of like empty, dirty tankards. So just a moment, walks by back into the kitchen. You can hear a crash as she presumably dumps them all into a sink or a basin or something like that. And after a few more moments, she comes back, pops down another tankard of ale in front of you, Gligs. That'll be a silver, please.
I give her 2 silver pieces and ask her about she know anything that's going on in the. We know we got to get in and out quickly. Never mind. I don't do that. We're going a bunch of different places.
Part of the pub crawl, very important part is socializing with, if I could be so bold, attractive barmaids. So yeah, engage in the socializing.
Yes. Okay. What you know about what's going on around the area?
Well, and she sounds like she speaks quickly because she's obviously busy with everything going on, and she says, well, it's been oddly quiet in town lately, which is probably why we have so many people here this morning. And then, like like the last few words as she's running off back down the bar to help someone else, yells a few words at another one of the servers on the other side of the tavern, you know, trying to get them to pick up the pace, serving food and things like that.
guys,
Well done, Gligs.
she's busy. She's busy. Don't bother her.
Now, I believe as part of the crawl, we need to have some fun stories to tell afterwards. So I think, Catnip, could you do one of your classic
One of my
swindle, please?
Swindle.
Okay.
This is going to be great. Let's watch.
I'm gonna walk up to the first person I see, like mid-bar, and I'm gonna tap them on the shoulder, and I'm gonna ask them where they're from and how their day is. I'm gonna strike up a conversation.
Okay. So just a random person at the bar.
Yep, just random person.
So you walk up, just like a few stools down, from where you were sitting. You tap on the shoulder of this older-looking human. Dressed the way he's dressed, he seems like he's probably a farmhand or something like that. And he was just kind of seemed like he was just minding his own business with a plate of half-eaten bacon and a tankard of ale in front of him. And he kind of like tiredly looks over his shoulder back at you with a grunt.
Hi, how are you?
What do you want?
I just came to say hi.
He's,
We're new in town, me and my
he
friend.
immediately seems exhausted by your upfront personality.
How'd you like to earn some money? Would that interest you?
How?
How? I got enough money for everybody in this place.
Well, are you just gonna give it to me?
No, I'm not gonna give it to you. You have to beat me in a card game.
What game?
Card game. It's my card game.
He seems suspicious of you. Kind of like raises his brows. And then waves his hand back at you and turns back to his food.
You know what? Fine. If you won't play with me, I'll find someone who will. So I walk up to the person beside him, and I kind of tap on his shoulder, and I'm like, get a load of this guy. He won't humor me. I have a card game.
This seems next to him is another human farmhand, but this one seems much younger. Maybe somewhere around the age of like 15, 16 years old. And so he turns around completely in his stool to face you, with quite a bit more energy than the last guy.
Hi, what's your name?
My name, it's Steven.
Steven. Oh my god, it's nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Auntberg, aren't we all?
No, we're foreigners. We just got here. We haven't been here for too long. Like maybe 2 days. We haven't really like been able to see anything, but it's a cool place.
He kind of like leans forward so he can look down the bar at your waving companions, and then looks back to you.
Yeah, those are my
You keep
companions.
interesting friends.
Yeah, I do. I like to keep the interesting around me. It keeps life fun. So, how are you doing today?
Well, fine, I guess. Where exactly is this going? I have to be at work soon.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to play a game. I have some dice, and I wanted to know if you might be able to earn some money if you play with me.
He kind of turns around, grabs his tankard, takes the big swig, and then
You're a little too young to be drinking.
slaps at the... What? He seems confused.
Never mind. Anyways,
But he was gesturing. There's an empty chair next to him at the bar.
I get on the chair, I cross my legs, and I sit, and I look at him and I set out my dice. It's a guessing game. It's a game of chance. It's not really something. It's not hard. You just gotta guess what the dice is gonna land on. And if you guess right, I'll give you money.
Just one?
Yep, just one.
How much?
How much? I'll give you 5 gold pieces. Take it or leave it.
So that's it? I just have to guess the die?
Yep.
Alright.
It's you have to guess a number between 1 and 5. Because that's all they go to, unfortunately. I'm a very
Of those.
conservative.
5-sided dice.
Yeah.
Can you
I've never
roll
seen a 5-sided dice.
Can you roll a deception check?
Huh?
Can you roll a deception check?
Wait, hold on.
You mean
Oh.
6?
I meant 6. Yeah, I meant 6. I meant to say 6.
No, it's canon now. 5-sided dice.
I want 5-sided dice.
Okay, fine. 5 sided.
You can't pick number 6.
I want to see where this goes. Roll for deception.
Roll for
a
deception?
check. Yeah.
What do I roll for that? My 20?
Yeah. With your modifier.
Okay.
I think you have proficiency in deception, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Cards Against Humanity. Deception.
5-sided dice look weird.
I got a 19.
A 19.
Yeah.
All right. He kind of raises his eyebrows when you mention you have dice with only 5 sides, but it's like, all right. Kind of like starts counting on his fingers. 2.
2? Okay. I'm
If he
gonna roll.
makes eye contact with me, I'm going to be going,
Unfortunately, you're on the opposite side of him
No,
from Catnip, so...
Okay. I hold my dice in my hand and I like wiggle them around and I blow on them and then I wink at him for effect.
Are you just rolling 1, right?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Alright.
You have to
Are you
guess.
rolling it on the table?
Huh?
You're rolling it on, like, at the bar? On the table?
Yeah, I'm rolling it on the bar.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
use your 5-sided dice.
Huh?
That's fine.
That 5-sided die.
Do you
Oh, I
hear
said-
something?
I said something at the same time as that someone in the chat said. Roll the 5-sided dice.
Listen, this didn't exactly play out how I wanted it to, so.
The The patent for the 5-sided die is really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
All
mine.
right.
Now that it's been in chat, y'all can't just take it.
Okay, it's yours.
All right, it's all yours. Have you rolled your die yet?
Yes, I'm about to roll my die.
I'm gonna laugh if you roll a 6.
Huh?
I said It's gonna be really funny if you roll a 6.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use like a D5, just go in like a thing and do
No,
it.
I mean, I'm assuming the dice that her character has are d6s. That's why I had to roll
Listen.
that perception or the
The
deception
reason
check.
why you're about to figure out how this con is gonna work.
Okay, let's go. I want to see it.
All right, I'm waiting on it. Let's see where this goes. I'm just waiting on you to roll this die.
Okay. I'm thinking. I'm using my big brain. Hold on.
Are you gonna roll the die? He
Yes.
starts like. He sees you just like still shaking the die in your hand and just like starts tapping his fingers on the bar impatiently.
I'm gonna throw this at you if you don't be quiet and give me a minute.
Kind of
Okay.
like looks very confused.
I roll the die,
Okay, what did you roll?
and it lands on a 3.
Did you actually roll it?
Do you want me to actually roll it?
Yes.
She's got loaded dice.
If I actually roll the dice, then the con won't work because it won't let
Oh wait, you said they're loaded dice?
Yes, they're weighted die.
Oh, I didn't know you
And
had
the
weighted
con
die.
on it.
Gotcha. Can you roll a sleight of hand check then?
The sleight of hand.
Yeah, just to try to like roll it, try to make it look like real, like because weighted die don't roll normally, so like a way to try to like make sure he doesn't notice that they're weighted.
19.
Okay. Yeah. So the die kind of bounces across the table and lands on 3. He looks disappointed, but he's like, "Can I try again?"
Yeah, you can try again.
But
You
question:
want to choose a different number?
at this moment, aren't you the only one that's going to lose money?
Huh?
At this moment, aren't you the only one that's going to lose money?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, never mind.
There's,
He
there's,
starts.
there's no chance in this. I just want to see if I can play my con right.
Okay.
I'm looking up.
Kind of counts on his fingers again. Kind of thinks. He decides to go with a 3.
3? Okay. I roll it again.
Okay.
You want me to roll another sleight of hand?
Yes.
15.
Okay. He still doesn't seem to notice anything unusual about the die. And what does it land on?
A 2.
Oh,
He kind of like looks frustrated and bangs his fist on the table or on the bar, making the die kind of bounce a little bit.
I pick up the die.
What's the point of this?
I pick up my die and then I look at the barkeep and I hold up my hand and I say, "Barkeep, come here, please."
Just a moment, dear. She kind of comes by again, passing someone a tankard as she walks over to you. What can I get you?
Give these 2 boys a round on me, and then I walk away.
Okay. Did you like leave money for them?
Yes, I did leave money for them. 5
Okay.
gold pieces.
5 gold.
Or not like 1 gold. How much is these?
silver.
The tankard of ale is a silver piece.
How much is this? What's the conversion rate?
Yeah, what's the conversion?
It's 10 silver to gold, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 silver is 1 gold. So you've basically just bought them 50 rounds of ale.
Okay, I didn't do that. Hold on.
You bought them the whole freaking barrel.
Okay,
You brought a keg.
Yeah, a whole keg of ale.
I just buy their drinks and I walk away.
Okay, so the 2 silver. So she picks them up and a moment later comes and passes them 2 tankers of ale.
I just walk away. I don't say anything.
Okay.
Gligs, would you like to see me do a con?
Yeah.
You'll like this.
All right. Also,
So suddenly, just in the moment, even among the bustle of the tavern, you hear a very loud bang as the tavern doors swing open and slam into the wall. And this like middle-aged human sort of commoner looking man so it has like bursted into the tavern and is breathing hard like he's been running and he sort of like looks around panicked and then throws his hand behind him sort of pointing outside, says there's a monster in the square.
Is there really?
Don't worry, young chap. Monster slaying is a gentleman's game, and luckily you have, well, two gentlemen and a lady as well. What does the monster look like? I could look out the door. Let's do that.
Nah, Gliggs remembers a meme, not a meme, an old goblin tale of a legendary goblin called Leroy Jenkins, and he just runs out screaming Leroy Jenkins.
I'm not running out. I'm going to peek out the door.
I'm running.
Oh, okay.
All right. Catnip, how about you? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk.
Stay with Charles.
That was so much. That was
We're just walking.
I'm gonna walk outside. I'm not running. I want to see what's going on.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That was so much whiskey.
You okay, dude?
I'm alright. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm sorry that I sung the song now.
It's okay. I don't feel bad. I feel good. I feel great. But it was a lot. It was a lot sooner than I was planning on it.
Very good.
Yeah, Leroy Jake. And he runs out.
All right. So, Gliggs, you're the first one to see this since you sort of dart out of the tavern, but Charles and Catnip are not that far behind and kind of peek out the front door. You kind of look into the town square. The sun's beginning to get a little bit higher into the sky. And there seems to be a bit of commotion, a bit of panic, as the town square is sort of like emptying, as people are sort of like scared and like running away or just like panicked watching from behind cover and things like that. And there's two figures in the square. The first one that you notice is this tall humanoid figure with these sharp yellow eyes, dark orange skin, and this short, like almost buzz cut, dark brown hair that has stepped into the center of the square, donned in half plate armor. He keeps with him a beastly furry companion with angry-looking eyes and ears that spread from its head like wings. Two large fangs are protruding from its bottom lip, and it's dragging this large wooden club behind it that's splattered with dried blood. The first figure that I described, in contrast, has a large greatsword on his back. And he stands tall in the square, sort of unfazed by the panic and fear that his appearance and his companion's appearance have caused among the townspeople nearby.
Right. That's what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Are they a goblin?
They are not goblins, no.
Okay.
Unless Gliggs does something crazy, when we come out, do I recognize what species they are?
If you'd like to make a nature check, you can.
Hang on, what is my nature? Oh, it's not great. It's 12?
12? So the sort of more beast-like figure on to the left of the first figure, you recognize pretty easily as a bugbear. You know, not a super uncommon creature. And the other one is not really uncommon either. But definitely sparks you as more dangerous. Because that first figure is in fact a hobgoblin. But you're surprised because they're usually not so well equipped like this one is.
Cool.
So this one seems to be kind of threatening. Regardless of its equipment, you're sure it would cause a panic in the town as this thing has just kind of wandered in.
Cool.
What's that?
Did you say a bugbear?
Yes, a bugbear and a hobgoblin.
What is a bugbear?
It's sort of like it's a humanoid creature. Sort of like completely furry. Like I mentioned, it has like the two large fangs, and then it has these two ears that sort of come like straight out. Yeah. Let me see if I can.
I'm gonna.
Or go ahead.
Who's
Go ahead,
going
Charles.
in? So yeah, Charles will walk out into the kind of the middle of the street and walk towards them.
Okay.
Gliggs is intoxicated. Not really, but he's
But you're
Vic is.
intoxicated.
yeah, I am.
So, Charles, as you walk up, the bugbear seems to take notice of you and sort of makes eye contact, but doesn't leave the side of the hobgoblin. And the hobgoblin stands up tall, into the in the square and begins to sort of like yell out. Lords of the Nazarians challenges the folk of Antburg to a battle of strength and endurance. Gather your strongest warriors to the southern plains by noon today, or the Nazarians will march on Antburg. If you want your home to stay unrazed, you must reign victorious against us.
Charles says, hello, new friend. I'm not from Antberg, but I'm pretty sure me and my friends can kick your ass. Would we be eligible for this fight?
Seeing you walk up and, mention kicking his ass, he sort of smiles and his hand reaches back for his greatsword and grasps the handle before he kind of like stops for a minute and like swears under his breath and brings his hand back down. And he says, if you think you are mighty, Salvin Plains by noon today.
Noon.
Well, I
Hey,
did
what
have
time is it?
Like I said, it was in the morning.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we had a pub crawl planned, but I'm sure we can take a break to
At
come and
8
have a
a.m.
nice fight with you, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
No, I love the fight. It's my favorite.
Here's my second question to you. Where are the southern plains? South, they're south. Oh, I've got it. Don't worry.
Rather than southern plains, just plains south of Antberg is kind of built. It's near the coast, not right on it. But it's sort of built in like a large plains area.
There's pillars.
Hmm?
Are there pillars?
Are there pillars where?
Like around the city?
there
The city's
walls?
walled. Yeah. It's
Are the
sort of
walls
like
filled with titans?
Titans.
No, unfortunately.
I don't think there's titans. Like the center like the part of the city you're in is walled, but there's a number of like residential areas that sort of like have expanded and spilled over the outside of the walls in Nürnberg. That you would have like passed through as you came into the city.
Mm-hmm.
But all the business happens inside.
How did they get through the walls?
How did they get?
They teleported.
Oh yeah, I
The,
forgot magic exists.
The two turn and start to head, back the way they came, leaving the square. You can sort of hear like chatter amongst the or from the nearby buildings as like people start to slowly come out as the threats seemingly have left.
I kind of.
Don't worry, we handled it.
I kind of want to fight them.
Yeah.
We'll have our chance.
We can't fight them here.
Yes, most of my spells will blow like people up as well. I think I don't want to risk the collateral damage.
That is true. My turrets are not able to distinguish between passives and enemies. So, as least, I guess I don't really know if they can or not.
Right. Here's what I think we should do. Let's get Gliggs here a cup of coffee. Black coffee. Just to counteract, no?
I don't
You
like
want-
coffee.
Let's get him something to sober him up a little bit. And then let's head to these plains and blow up a hobgoblin.
I make I say a goblin curse word swear for hobgoblin.
All right. There's no like Just so that way you know, there's no like hobgoblin language. They just
Yeah.
speak goblin. It's the same.
Yeah, well, I know.
But he was speaking in common before.
Yeah, I say the goblin word for hobgoblin, but that is a slur.
Oh.
Not a slur, a swear.
He's doing a racial slur about hobgoblins.
A
I
swear.
thought you said you guys were gonna destroy racism today.
No, not a slur. Not a,
A
slur.
swear. Okay, a
A
swear.
swear.
Okay. What is it? Can you translate it to me?
This means hobgoblin.
Oh, okay. But why is it a swear word? I thought you were just gonna say like you called him a bitch.
Oh. Yeah. Sure.
Little
Alright.
bitch.
Called him a bitch and goblin.
All right. Well, he's not there anymore, so.
I mumble it. Yeah.
I can
underneath.
send him a message if you want.
Oh yeah, you got the.
Yeah.
Let's don't.
You know what? Do it.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, fine.
That you do.
Well,
As he's just walking away, in his mind he hears, little bitch.
yeah. All right.
I'm sure that would turn out well.
No, I'm not doing that.
12 today. It is what time? 8?
Probably at this point, closer to like, well, you don't know the exact time.
Well,
But looking at the sun, you think you maybe have like around 2 hours before noon.
can I do a
to prepare.
perception check?
Oh my god. I
Well, I
can't
just
believe-
told you. I just told
Oh,
you.
okay, whatever.
To see if he can spot the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to find it.
I was
Where's
in
the
Boy
sun?
Scouts. I know you do the hand thing, and it's like.
Charles has got a little sundial on his wrist.
It's about 10.
About 10. I dig it.
Or we were drinking at 9 in the morning.
Like legends.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well-
alcoholics.
You're not.
This-
I'm not
this-
an alcoholic until I graduate.
This is going to be a classic pub crawl story. We went on a pub crawl and then killed some hobgoblins. Classic. Right, I guess we go and prepare, unless we've got time for me to do my con.
Yeah.
I think we should go fight them.
We should prepare. To
Yeah.
fight.
I'm always prepared, but yeah, sure, let's prepare.
All right.
Yeah. I kind of. All I want to really buy is like another health potion.
So, yeah, I mean, you're in the town square right now, so sort of just like taking a quick look around. You see there's what looks to be a general store, with a sign outside. It's called the Iron Nail. Sort of this like little wooden building, just across the town square from the Twisted Keg.
But very quickly, I'm going to go back into the Twisted Keg and finish off my beer, and then come back out.
All right.
It's important. You can't waste.
Yeah, I'll see you guys while you're doing your purchasing.
All right. I kind of go.
Yeah.
in
When
there.
you go inside, you see that the barkeep was like about to pick your half empty keg off the thing, but you quickly stop her and she leaves it there and go in.
Fireball!
As Catnip and I are about to enter the shop, I whisper, "Do you want to do crime? Crime?
He's up for crime.
Crime makes everything a little bit more fun."
We wouldn't have to buy anything.
True. So yeah, I just want some health potions. That's pretty much all I'm.
Are we gonna bet?
We're gonna gamble.
Are you a betting man?
I have
cer-
dice.
Would you like to crime?
I like to crime.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty nimble. I can kind of sneak around, and do some stuff. If you want to do a distraction.
Listen, I have weighted dice.
Okay.
So let me do the crime, and then you
You
can
do the crime. I can be I'm feeling real distracting at this moment.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Charles, you're still in the bar, correct? Okay.
All right. So
I
do you
don't
guys
know.
go into the Iron Nail?
I guess.
100%.
So you go inside, sort of like this dimly lit general store. The windows are kind of dirty, so it kind of limits the amount of light that gets in. But it's not too dark that you can't see. And there's sort
I
of
have
these
dark vision.
like rough built wooden shelves, not very finely made, but very very practically made, that line the walls, and toward the back you can see there's this just a half orcish man. Looks like he's in his like late middle aged, and he's just sitting in a wooden chair with his legs and arms crossed, leaning back, and kind of looks up at you as you come in. There's like just maybe like one or two other people in the store right now. And no one seems to be buying anything at the moment.
All right. So I kind of saunter up to this orc gentleman. I strike up a conversation. Call it a really loud, obnoxious conversation. A conversation that everyone in the store hears, drawing everyone's attention. I ask
What
him,
exactly are you saying? Yeah.
so, my fine orc gentleman,
He raises his eyebrows at you immediately as you approach.
I would like to know where you have sourced these fine furs. Where are they from? They're excellent. They remind me of my homeland. They're
While
exquisite.
he's talking, might I add, where are these potions? Can I see them?
Make a perception check.
A perception check?
Or actually, let's do investigation. We'll do investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah,
Hold
because
on.
you're looking for something specific.
Hold on. Aha, I'm not proficient in that. 18.
18. All right. So sort of looking around, seems to be like a lot of random junk, lots of tools and things like that. Definitely you can tell by the contents of the store that definitely an agricultural focus. But you find this corner where there's a few basic weapons sort of like propped up against the wall, and a shelf that has 2 healing potions on it.
I'm gonna try to steal them while he's keeping the shopkeep busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like pocket them and like walk out acting like I don't know who he is. Like we're gonna act like we're not together.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Do I need to do any rolls, Brevin, for my distraction?
No.
All right, cool.
Oh no.
You definitely seem to have his attention.
I got a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
So, the half orc seems to be pretty focused on Gligs. But
Can I have a backup plan if he was to catch me? Like I'm just like grabbing them, but I like drop it. Or is that a second action that I'd have to take?
let me describe this, and then you can do that if you want. Time for jail. Yeah, this went south fast, huh? So he sort of glances over at you, past Gligs for just a moment, just in time to see, you're trying to like slip this bottle into your cloak, and he like immediately sits up in his chair and goes, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" Pointing at you.
Hey, look at me, sir. I grab his face.
You grab his face.
I grab his face and I bring him in. Like,
Okay,
where did you get these furs?
I'm just gonna take both the bottles and I'm gonna make a run for it because obviously he's.
So he sort of like tries to push Gligs off of him. Gligs, can you do you want to try to like hold him there? Okay, make an athletics check.
You just had to buy some potions, guys.
3.
Alright, so he easily pushes you to the side, sort of shoving you to the side, and starts to run after Catnip.
Um, I'm booking it, but I'm like weaving in and out of places, like trying to lose him and like jumping on walls and like trying to get anywhere I can that he isn't.
I'm
Um,
still yelling about the furs.
all right, so whenever you exit, like you find yourself in the town square, is there anywhere in particular that you want to run to?
Um, I don't know where anything is, so
You're not super familiar with it, and you don't have time, like in a moment's notice, to sort of like look around and try to identify anything. All you know of is that you're in the town square. Across from you is the twisted keg, and there's not a ton of people. There's not like it wouldn't be easy to hide in a crowd or anything like that right now.
I'm gonna try to run like towards a building, but I'm gonna try to like go in between buildings. Like I'm just running.
All right, can you just give me like a general direction? Like, are you gonna like run straight across? Or are you gonna like turn around and go like behind the building?
I'm gonna go left.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like run left really fast and like go in between buildings and stuff. Just try to lose him.
All right. So, Glegs, you see the half orc shopkeeper sort of run out, stopping like in the entrance and sort of looking left and then looking right, and then he stops, and points out, and then he yells, "Gods, gods!" But it doesn't seem like there's any guards in the town square at the moment.
While his
So,
back is
Catnip, you
turned?
just hear him yelling from behind, but you just keep running, not turning back to see anything, and sort of like run in between the buildings, but you don't immediately hear anyone chasing after you.
Rabbit, may I
Does
ask-
Charles hear someone shouting for guards?
There's still a bit of a bustle inside the tavern, so you wouldn't be able to hear it all the way across the square.
That's fair, because Charles definitely would try and help if someone was calling for guards.
Rabbit, I have a question.
Right?
What
up?
is within my arm's length of radius around me? Like, what do I see?
I guess just make a perception. Are you just trying to like grab something?
Probably.
He's going to crime.
I'm going to cry. I rolled in my 10 and it landed like with the spike up. So like, I don't know.
Just re-roll it.
14. So 13, because I have a -1.
To perception.
Yeah, if you hadn't, I mean, he's role playing a low wisdom really well at the moment.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're sort of looking around. You do see the main thing that catches your eye is the thing that you were sort of like using for your distraction. There's a couple animal pelts, on the shelf right next to you. Look like maybe foxes or some other kind of like smaller creature. Unrefined, just plain skinned pelts.
All right. I would like the fox pelts. And I would like to replace the fox pelt with the animal fur carpet that I got from the last campaign I was in.
The one you use
Remember that.
as a cape.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
I want the fox pelts. Though.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll sleight of hand because he's not paying any attention to you right now. So yeah, if you just sort of like grab it, pull it off, and then throw this sort of like at this point it's been dragged through the dirt for so long that it's like the one end is just absolutely filthy. But you just kind of slap it on top. Definitely not like that. That rug was definitely not made from a fox pelt, so it's like super obvious it's not the same. But
Yeah.
you now have a fox pelt instead.
Equivalent exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I leave. I just leave.
But not quite.
Not quietly. I'm like, you wouldn't tell me where the pelts were from, my good sir. This is very upsetting. I'm pretty sure they're from my homeland, but whatever. I'm gonna go find my friend, and I go back into the bar.
As you walk by him, he kind of looks dumbfounded, and then he says, "Wait, you were with her?"
Incorrect. Was not.
Can you make a deception check?
Yeah. What is deception under?
Charisma.
Oh, Jesus. I got an 8.
He sort of keeps looking at you. He's like, "You just said she was your friend." Where are the guards? He kind of like throws up his hands. And then he looks frustrated, so he just kind of like, he starts, like, he just reaches out and tries to grab you. Can you make,
slap
you can
him away.
either do, athletics or acrobatics, whatever you prefer.
Athletics. Do I have to decide before I roll?
Yes.
Let's do athletics.
Okay.
5 plus 4. 9.
So he reaches out and grabs you by the arm, and you're unable to get out of his grasp. He just kind of holds you there, and he starts dragging you across the what's it called? The square.
Square.
You know, still trying to figure out where the guards are.
Can I bonk him with my hammer on his hands? Just to make me let that.
Yeah, sure.
Can Charles come out at some point?
Yeah, you can come out now, so you, after like going in and downing your drink, you kind of walk out to see this half orc dragging your friend by the arm just across the square. And you can see he's taken his hammer off his belt and is about to like smash at the.
Oh, now, kind sir. Might I intrude? There seems to be some sort of misunderstanding. My friend was just coming to purchase some things from you, and you seem to be about to hit him with a hammer.
No, Gligs was the one with the hammer.
I'm about to hit him with.
Oh, okay. No, Gligs. What? Excuse me, good sir. What seems to be happening here?
Who are you? This little goblin just robbed me.
I did no such thing.
Well, I think we can let's all just take a deep breath for a second. I don't know if you know, but this town is currently under siege by a gang of hobgoblins and bugbears. You may have heard the ruckus in the street earlier on, and me and my compatriots are going to go and fight them off for the glory of the town, so they don't come and kill everyone in here. So currently, sir, you have two options. You can take this man to the guards, and then the town will be besieged by bugbears, or you can let us go and do that, and then they'll probably kill us anyway.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Yes,
Real
I can.
charismatic. I remember that.
23!
23? He kind of like looks at you, looks back down at Gligs, and he was like, bugbears? Here in
Yes.
Onberg?
Indeed. Not to be confused with hugbears, which are very nice.
He's like, well, I guess I don't really have any proof. And he like reluctantly lets Gligs go. But if you see that tiefling girl around here,
I'll tell you what, good sir, if we end up defeating the bugbears and so on and so forth, if we do that and we become heroes of this town, you will get a steamingly good endorsement for your fine establishment across the way. Or we'll be dead.
kind of looks at you because he doesn't have anything to hold against you personally. So he's like, "All right, those bugbears sound very frightening. I wish you the best of luck."
I hold up my hand to shake it and say, "What was your name?"
George.
George. Charles the Sorcerer. I don't have a surname.
He kind of shakes your hand, kind of like dusts himself off, and he's like, "Right. Well, I'll be off then. I'm going to the guardhouse."
Good man. And then I get some hand sanitizer out and clean my hands.
I keep like in my brain, I'm worried about COVID. in the role playing bar that we're in, I'm like,
man, it's really digging deep, huh?
It's so bad.
About your masks.
Yeah.
Am I still running?
It's up to you. Like I said, you sort of darted in some alleyway, and you haven't heard anyone come after you after about a minute or so has passed. So
Okay, I'm gonna duck behind a building and kind of like sit and like catch my breath for a second.
Okay.
You did get the potions though.
Yeah, I have them.
Well,
Yeah.
well done as almost derailing the adventure before it even really started, guys. That was
So,
that was
Guys, yet.
Charles,
that was
you're not really sure where Catnip has turned out to, but Gligs, you can kind of you know the general direction because you saw like the direction that the half orc had pointed to, but you didn't actually see
Yeah.
her run off.
I say to Charles, so not to implicate you, but we need to go this way. We just need to go. We just need to go find.
Gligs, look me in the eyes.
What's up?
Have you done a crime?
Not necessarily. Depends on your like definition of crime.
Well, is it something that is like the laws that have been laid out by the guards? Did you do the opposite of one of them?
Charles, would you like to insight check Gligs?
I mean, do I get a bonus because he's? That was a 16.
A 16? Gligs, roll a deception check.
Right. What's deception on? Oh god, he's gonna beat me. Damn. That was a 6.
Gligs, you know what my thoughts on crime are. Don't do it if you're going to get caught.
That's
So
fair.
you notice, Charles, that it's pretty obvious now that you look, but his rug cape that he had before is missing, and he now has this sort of like fine, much cleaner looking fox pelt across his bag.
Oh, you got rid of the old pelt. I liked that. I used to remember when I used to hold it like a wedding train.
Yeah, but it was kind of like.
Let's go
smelly.
and get the tiefling and then kill some hobgoblins.
That's fair. Yeah, you can't. I'm a guy. I have no problem.
I've no problem with goblins or hobgoblins unless they're
killing
trying to
goblins.
kill other people.
Okay.
Let's not tarnish a whole race just because of the actions of a few.
I have no problem with killing anyone of any race, of any creed.
All right, so kind of at this point, you've caught your breath and still haven't heard anyone that seems to be coming your way.
Charles, can you kind of reach out with your mind? Because I know you are a telepath
A
of
little
some
bit.
degree. Yeah. And like, try and find her. Can you? I'm curious.
Not. No.
All right. Well,
I'm
we
just,
just start shouting. Catnip.
Catnip. Catnip. Catnip.
So kind of, you
harmonize.
kind of hear, your two companions yelling your name from the square.
I just kind of start walking back
Okay.
towards their voice.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of fall back the way that you came.
I go back
You
to
weren't
the-
too far, and you kind of like step out back into the square to see your two friends there again.
I'm over here.
So you guys reunite.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, the sun is starting to get higher in the sky, so you don't have much longer.
All right.
I think we should get out of town and quickly.
Yes. Can I have one of those biscuits that you procured for us, Catnip?
Are you talking about the healing potions?
Biscuit.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
biscuits.
Right. Biscuits. Well, I have the biscuits in my pack.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll insight on this, or can I just assume?
Well,
that
she said, "Do you mean the
I'm
healing
not-
potion?" So,
I'm not a moron.
Yeah.
I sigh and then swing my cane around and start walking out of town.
All right.
I found them.
Biscuits. That's where you went. You went to get biscuits.
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 So the three of you start to it's pretty easy to find your way from the town square. Just sort of follow the main street. And as you're walking, sort of approaching the city walls and pass through them into this sort of like neighborhoodly district outside the walls, you hear this distant doo-doom, doo-doom, doo-doom. And it's like you hear drums coming from the southern direction of the city, and you also hear the occasional horns as well. Seems to be coming from pretty far away.
Gleek says battle horn.
Let's head that way. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys
like it good.
get to the outskirts and sort of start walking out onto the out into the plains, the southern plains, leaving Altberg behind you, very quickly find coming from the horizon south of you, there is this large line of what is the origin of the drums and the horns that is coming in your direction.
Is this what the people that we're meant to meet to fight?
Yes, it is.
Cool. In that case, we'll head towards them.
Okay.
With confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, sort of walking as you sort of like approach each other to once you get within like a few hundred feet of each other, it's just sort of this. There's just this massive army of what is probably well over 1,000 hobgoblins standing before you. Some of them, there's a few of them, with drums, a few of them with horns. You notice there's there's quite a few bugbears scattered without them as well, but mostly hobgoblins. A few of them armored. You notice among the line, you recognize the one from the that was in the city before, making that announcement.
I'll wave.
And then a few rows back of the hobgoblins, you can see there's sort of this large chair that is being lifted up above, presumably carried by some hobgoblins, that has this very well armored hobgoblin with this dark red skin and long black hair rolling over the shoulders of his full plate armor.
I kind of look at them, and how did we get ourselves into this situation?
I volunteered as. I've cast mage armor, by the way, at this point.
Okay. Cool.
I would have done that before we left. And I say, don't worry, let me handle this. And I walk forward and go, well met. We're the strong ones you requested.
It's the same guy from before. Is this the guy?
Yeah, the same.
Oh, I'm aiming it.
Or well, the same hobgoblin
I was aiming it
from
at the
before.
guy. Yeah.
Okay. The same hobgoblin from before sort of walks out from the line of hobgoblins that has now stopped. Sort of comes, closes the distance before you, and sort of looks at the three of you. Says, "I'm glad you came. Now, it'll take some preparations, but we'll be ready quite soon. In the meantime, I'm going to explain how today's little game is going to work."
You just read my mind, young sir, which is strange, because that's what I do normally. It would be funny if you knew me, but...
So, he begins to explain, and you quickly realize that what you came here actually was not for battle, but is actually for a game that had been designed that the hobgoblin before you refers to as Paddle Gob.
Oh my
You can
God.
see there's a few other hobgoblins behind that are sort of placing things out into the plains and making markings with sticks in the ground, sort of marking out this playing field for the game that you will be playing.
Can I do do I know of this game, as I am a goblin, and this sounds like a goblin?
Well,
word?
You aren't familiar with it, but he's explaining to you how the game works. In rough detail, hobgoblins aren't really known for being super precise. But because it's like D&D, in this part I'm going to explain to you how the actual mechanics of this are going to work. So this game is pretty much, it's a game based off of like baseball in real life. Except instead of with a bat, you play with a paddle, and instead of a ball, you play with a goblin.
So like cricket.
like cricket, I was about to say. Yes, in where I come from, we play we call it cricket, but it is with goblins.
We don't play cricket.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No,
whoa,
I'm
whoa, whoa,
joking. I'm
whoa,
joking.
whoa, whoa.
The hobgoblin like gives a large grin as he's explaining this part, looking directly at Gliggs.
Look,
I see you've brought your own.
I'll shoot you.
Whoa there. Goblins are friends, not to be used as sporting equipment.
We're not balls.
And that's not just goblins. Most sentient creatures I refuse to use as sporting equipment, apart from horses.
So you're
For horse
refusing to
racing,
play then?
which is fine. No. I'm just suggesting we find something else to use as a goblin. Perhaps some sort of prosthetic dummy.
I'll be sure to take your concerns into consideration.
That's all I ask.
He's definitely not taking your concerns into consideration.
Oh, I know.
Alright, yeah. So, as he explained, it's pretty similar to baseball and how it works. So there's these four
We
like
get
flat
steroids.
stones that have been set out in a square shape onto the field. And the three of you will be playing with them. There will be only 5 innings for this, instead of like the usual 9 that baseball has. So yeah, obviously whoever makes the most runs around the 4 bases to get a point each will win the game.
And just to refresh, when we hit the goblin afar, they've got to get the goblin and then throw it to like the base. So that's before we get to the base.
Right, or tag you with it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Tag you with the goblin.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't play a lot of sports. Obviously.
Baseball's like the
That's
worst
okay.
of all sports.
I'll explain it as we go.
Baseball hasn't come over here yet. We have a similar game called Rounders, which isn't played professionally, only at school.
Okay.
But I have watched enough American films to vaguely understand the rules of baseball.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much you whack the goblin into the field.
And then peg it.
Yeah. Then you run around. You keep running until like you want to stop, really. Or if they tag you and then you're out. If your team, so you'll sort of switch rounds, either batting or pitching. And whenever the team that's batting, whenever they get 3 outs, the team swaps sides.
We've only got 3 players on our team. Is that okay?
We got. my
That's fine.
card.
Yeah, it'll work with this.
Okay. Now, just a few of the things. I'm guessing, like, is it going to be a strength or dex based role for this? Because I mean, I ain't proficient with no paddle gob bat.
Right. Yeah. So the way that I've done this, in order to make it a little bit more balanced and a little bit more fair, is even though I don't think a paddle would normally be finesse, I'm gonna allow you guys to use either dex or strength on these swings, and we'll throw in your proficiency bonuses as well.
Okay.
That's nice of you.
Yes.
Can I cast some spells?
What would
That
you
might
like to
help.
cast?
Well, no, just in general, like if I like think outside of the box and something works well.
Yeah. I mean, would you like to ask the hobgoblin this, or
No.
are you asking me? Okay.
No. Both I and Charles have little respect for sports, so I will be cheating. If possible. Like, for example, if I cast Detect Thoughts to get an idea of if he's going to do a spin goblin or, like, how he's going to pitch.
Oh, yeah, the kind of the way he's going to pitch the goblin to you.
Which might help, for example, give me a slight advantage in hitting the goblin.
I will say, since you made that nature check before to identify the hobgoblins, you don't expect them to play fair either, so...
Yeah, I know.
All right. So
Like,
I
could I cast
go.
Thunderstep, for example, to like, or Dimension Door to like try and catch the goblin?
Hey.
Yeah, if you want to do something like that.
And you know what? I'm not asking him because he's not specifically said that we can't use magic.
He has not specifically said that.
So
In
it's
fact, he
easy.
hasn't mentioned any restrictions whatsoever.
I was going to ask, what are the
Interesting.
restrictions?
Can
I
we?
asked the guy, what are the rules?
I mean, as long as you run the bases, and this is me talking, not the hobgoblin. Just because it makes it easier to explain this. As long as like you run the bases, and you know, obviously you're out if you're tagged. Other than that, I mean, you know, you can kind of do what you want.
Is there like foul ball, home run? Like, is that how we're counting score, or is it as many people run all the way through?
I mean, if you can run all 4 bases at once, then that'll be a home run. You can definitely try to do that.
All
No,
right.
he's definitely said you have
Is
to
there, like,
run.
a straight up, like,
I'm
if
with it.
it's not going really far, it's a home run.
Granted, we only have are the bases within a certain range of our walking
So the way I have this designed, is running the bases isn't going to be based on your movement speed. I'm gonna have
Okay.
it's designed to where it's a bunch of like competing saving throws.
Got it.
But if like I cast haste, for example, you'd imagine I'd get around there a bit quicker.
Yeah. So like in a situation like that, I would give you advantage.
Okay. Okay. I like this. We may go forward.
So yeah, you can
I'm
definitely still use things like that to your advantage.
I'm content.
All right. So do you guys understand how this works?
We're about to find out. And
Yeah, it'll be easier to explain how the rolls and everything are gonna work as you go. But to start, the hobgoblin, who has still not introduced himself, walks the 3 of you out to the field. And there's this bugbear in the field that just kind of like has its claw-like hand clamped around like the head of a goblin. And he walks on one side of the bugbear and sort of like gestures for you to stand on the other side. And then he kind of like stops for a second, looks at the 3 of you, and says, "Pick a captain."
I shall be captain.
Yeah?
Yeah. I look at the goblin that he's holding, and can I talk to him in goblin?
Yeah, sure.
Doom gobble, doom gobble, doom gobble juice.
What are you saying?
I asked him, "Are you okay? And I'm sorry for what you're about to have to go through, brother."
I just want to mention, both the hobgoblin and the bugbear can also understand what you're saying here.
Yeah.
And me. I talk goblin too.
Oh yeah, and Charles as well. I forgot that you could understand goblin. I'm sorry, Catnip. You're the only one here that doesn't understand what Gliggs just said. The goblin sort of like darts its eyes back and forth, not really making eye contact with you, and it seems like it's too scared to speak.
I got him whipped.
No.
The hobgoblin looks at you, Charles, and says, "Head or ass?"
Are we talking about which is going to be touching the ground?
We're rolling for it. I call heads.
Which side up?
Oh, he's going to be facing the right way up. Goblins always land on their ass.
Right.
It's true.
As I found out the hard way.
You have a D2?
It's called a coin, mate.
And
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, or just even an odd. I actually don't have a coin. I'm rolling a die for this.
I like
Why don't
D2.
you flip a coin for it?
Odds and evens, can't you?
Do I have a coin? I might actually have a
Open your
coin.
DS.
Hold
Go
on.
and
Oh, wait.
open up Pokemon Pearl.
All right, I've got a penny.
Magic.
I got a
Hearts.
penny.
Okay,
Lucky
Alright.
penny.
let's go.
All right, so you said heads, Charles.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, I guess I never clarified. This coin flip is to determine who will be batting first.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know, I'm just gonna count that. So the bugbear with its clawed hand still like over the head of the goblin sort of just whips his arm back and up, and this goblin goes tumbling into the air with a shrill screech as it's sort of spinning down, and just as you had predicted, lands on its ass. Heads up. So you guys will be batting first.
It's one of my gifts is understanding the aerodynamics of goblins.
We are very aerodynamic.
You're like cats, always land on your feet.
Yeah.
The hobgoblin hands this big wooden paddle out to you, Charles. And then the hobgoblin that handed it to you goes and stands in the very center of the square. And then the bugbear walks out to the field, and one more hobgoblin walks out to the other end of the field from the line. And the entire army is just kind of like in formation, standing before this field. As like your audience, with, you know, big high and mighty goblin still sitting up in his chair watching. But the three of you can go to home base.
Quick
The
question.
national anthem.
Mm-hmm. What's the question?
So I can't remember what my question. Oh yeah. So how big is like the field that they've laid out?
Well, the actual the square itself isn't super big. It's probably about like the distance between each of the bases is probably about 30 feet. But the hobgoblin and the bugbear that have gone out into like the outfield have gone beyond that, a few dozen feet outside of like the diamond, in order to like catch or attempt to catch like any goblins that come flying their way.
Right.
We gotta like
I
hit it really hard.
Okay.
yo.
I'm going to cheat.
Okay. So are you batting first?
Oh
I'll
yeah,
go first.
we need to decide our batting order.
I want
Is
to.
that-
You should bat first. You're our captain.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's going second?
I'll go.
I'll go last. Wait, should we? I would think that we would roll initiative for it, but
Well, you guys can decide.
that's
can
also
decide.
true.
Yeah.
That's also fair. I'll go last. I have a plan.
Okay.
Cool.
So Charles, how would you like to cheat?
I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Okay. Can you remind me what haste does exactly?
Yep. It's a concentration spell, but I choose a willing creature. I'm willing. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. It gains +2 to AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns, which has to be used for attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. But...
Okay.
Oh, hang on, wait, I've just read the end of this. When
What
the
is
spell ends, the target can't move or take action until it's after its next turn. That's fine, that's only 6 seconds.
Okay. How long does it last?
A minute.
A minute. Okay. And then it would be 6 seconds that you would sort of be unable to move. Okay. All right. So you cast haste on yourself. And you're up at bat.
Bim, 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 bim,
So it's
bim,
+5. Okay.
bim, 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 bim. That's the baseball
Okay.
music, right?
Actually, I need to check a stat real quick.
Are we just rolling 20s plus like dexterity?
You can
plus-
do either
wait.
dex or strength. I'm assuming
plus-
you'll be doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and proficiency. Yours
Just
should be
+3.
yours should be +5.
Yeah, I'm proficient in dex. That's why I asked.
Okay. Okay.
It's my dice, that's why.
All right.
18.
18? Okay. So the hobgoblin sort of has this goblin sort of like balls its limbs into as much of a ball shape as it can get. And winds up and sort of just like pushes this thing at you. What ends up not being a super powerful pitch, and you're very easily able to catch it, and you sort of whack it with the paddle, and the snap sound sort of flies out.
I shout, sorry!
Can you roll for damage?
Whoa. How much?
Whoa.
What do I have to roll?
Whoa.
It's 1d8, and then you'll use your dex modifier. So
Sorry. Oh!
I just want to clarify. I'm using this to determine distance.
Oh.
Oh, in that case, I got 10.
Oh, I mean it's also dealing damage to the goblin, but
I know, I rolled max damage.
oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
I definitely shout sorry. Sorry!
Yeah. So as you sort of it slams, the paddle slams into this goblin, and you hear its screeching immediately goes silent as you whack it, and its limp body gets launched far into the air, and it goes flying.
Oh, no.
Way it goes past and goes
They've got 6 hit points.
wait, hold on.
Oh.
Damn, you
It
killed
goes flying way over the head of the bugbear that was in the right field.
Okay, I'm running really fast.
All right. Make a.
Oh god, I
man,
feel so guilty.
Oh god.
When I shout sorry, it's in Goblin as well.
All right. So to run to the running between bases, you can make either athletics or acrobatics at your choice. And since you cast haste on yourself, you can make this roll with advantage.
Lovely. I mean, I'm guessing, yep, they're both shit. Okay, I'll go for acrobatics, please. So,
Okay.
good. I'm glad I've got advantage, because that first one was a 2. Lovely. Much better. 16.
16. All right. Do so you managed to sort of run very sped up with your haste spell, making it to that first base, and you know as you make it you sort of like touch your foot to it, and you can see out in the right field that the bugbear has just managed to run out and get a hold of the
Second
goblin.
base.
Second base. All right. So go ahead and roll again. You will not get advantage on this roll.
Okay, I got a natural 20.
A natural 20. All right.
Yeah.
So
Follow the child-shaped blur.
Let's do. Okay. So you, with even more speed and vigor, run to second base, and you kind of feel like, or you kind of get a sense behind you as you, as the goblin flies behind you over to the hobgoblin that was on the pitcher's mound, and he immediately turns and starts to run as if to cut you off from the third base.
Okay, just 2 seconds. Sorry, this is going to be a real... Oh, okay. Fuck it, I'm doing it.
All right. So it'll be
He's
another...
got
It'll be
He's
another...
got the goblin.
Yes.
No, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
If he fails, then he's got to run away from me.
What's the saving throw?
It's... Such a prick. Oh, sorry. Dissonant... Dissonant... It's not... I can't even spell Dissonant Whispers. There we go. So the saving throw is Wisdom, DC 15.
Okay. Wisdom. Okay. He continues running in your direction.
Oh, he still takes psychic damage.
Oh, okay. All right.
6. So that's 14. No, half. 7. 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
I mean, he's just got a headache. He can't prove it was me.
Yeah. All right. You still have an opportunity to keep running at this point if you'd like to, but
Are there people on the base? He can't throw it at the person who's like on the back. I'm just thinking of a different game.
Oh, no, there's no one on the base currently. But he at this point is sort of like ran to stand in between second and third base. So if you were to try to like run to third base, you'd have to try to avoid him.
Okay. Would that be an acrobatics check? like
Yes.
versus.
Yeah, it would still be an acrobatics check. Yeah, and it would be a versus, so you'd be rolling against him.
And I wouldn't get any advantage from being hasted.
No, so the way I have this designed, it is actually because you have haste. You would otherwise get disadvantage, but I'm allowing it to be a normal roll because advantage and disadvantage usually cancel each other out. So no, you would not get advantage, but it'll just be a normal roll.
He who dares wins. I'll
All right, you'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Shit. Okay, what did you get?
Well, I think I'm supposed to be asking you that.
I got, well, with my +2, I got 21.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you sort of run straight at him. And he sort of like stands ready, sort of like makes himself wide, ready to sort of like catch you. But you sort of like go right and then immediately go left with your haste, allowing you to sort of easily juke him, and he's way too slow to be able to catch on. And immediately dash past him to third base, him right on your tail.
Oh, I'm 1 to 4th.
To fourth? Alright, make another acrobatics check.
I rolled a 19 again.
A 19?
Yeah, well, so it's 21 again.
Alright,
And as I'm running, I flip him the bird over my shoulder.
Alright, yeah. With your haste, it's just impossible to catch you. And he's just sort of left, trailing behind you all the way to home base.
Brilliant. And then when I get there, I say, Gliggs, I'm really sorry I killed that goblin.
He's the hobgoblin sort of drops the goblin corpse in frustration, and a bugbear comes from within the lines of the sort of army formation that's set up, dragging another goblin with him and brings it back to the pitcher hobgoblin, and then takes the corpse of the dead one and drags it away.
Oh my god.
The hobgoblin looks frustrated, but he stands back on the pitcher's mound, and I believe Catnip, you're up next.
Right.
Can I shout at him and go, sorry, this is the first time I've played. Do I get a point for that?
Yes, you get a point for that.
I'm going to go with dexterity
Okay.
because I'm proficient.
Alright, so go ahead and roll d20 plus proficiency and dexterity. Should be +5 for you, I believe.
23.
Dang, okay. What was this roll again?
Is there a mercy rule thing in place, Bravin?
Is there, you're already that optimistic?
Maybe.
That first bat did go very well.
He also cheated.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
true. Wait, where did I put? Okay, that's what it is. Alright. Alright, roll for damage. 1d8 plus dexterity.
A D8 plus dexterity.
Yes.
Six.
6?
Yeah.
Alright, so, the goblin, this new different goblin, comes flying at you, balled up, sort of flailing through the air as you, swing your paddle, smacking it directly in the ass, and with a large crack in the air, and a yelp from the goblin. It goes tumbling up into the air, and, oh wait, I need to roll that. Flying dead center, out over the bases, into the field, and The hobgoblin from left field sort of like runs and tries to dive to catch this goblin, but ends up coming short and rolling on the ground as the goblin starts to bounce out into the field. So
Can I
go ahead
ask
and
you a quick question? How far away is it from me at the moment? The
how
goblin.
far away is what the goblin?
Yeah.
I'd say she managed to hit it. So it's about like the square is about like 30 feet across. And then past that, maybe like 30 feet more, but like dead center.
Okay, so and we're behind her, aren't we? So that'd be 60 feet away from me.
Yes.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'm just plotting.
All right. Yeah. No worries. Catnip. I'm assuming you're gonna start running.
Yes.
All right. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
It's D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
21.
21.
Woohoo!
Oh, shoot. Okay. So, you make it to first base, and at this point, the hobgoblin in the outfield has managed to pick up the goblin and starts running back toward the diamond.
Can I keep running?
Mm-hmm.
Do I just keep rolling?
Yeah.
run?
But if you run to the next one, you're gonna be rolling with disadvantage.
So it's half of what I roll?
No, that would be terrible. You roll twice and take the lower of the two.
Yeah. I got a 7.
A 7?
Wait, do I add my proficiency to both of them? Or is it just a roll?
You're rolling acrobatics,
Yeah.
so you add whatever you add for acrobatics.
Okay.
It
Are
should
you-
be on your character sheet. Huh? A 12?
I got a 12. I just didn't know if I was adding my proficiency bonus to the disadvantage.
Yeah, you would, as long as you're proficient in acrobatics.
Yeah. I got a 12 then.
Okay. All right, so you start running to second base, and you're only just a couple steps away when you suddenly feel the pressure of this goblin being shoved into your side, and you get pushed to the ground, just a couple feet away from the base.
No.
I'm sorry, you're out, Catnip.
I fall with the thud and I'm like, ow! And I like
You gotta
hobble
make
back.
a walk of shame back to
Yeah.
home base.
All right.
Gligs, you're up.
All right. As I saunter up to the batting base,
Mm-hmm.
I deploy both my turrets.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we're going cheat. We're just cheating all the way, right? So, you said the field across is 30 feet?
Yes.
Excellent. Beautiful. I would like to order my turrets to move 5 feet up from the starting base. One's on my left and one is on my right.
Okay.
So they both kind
So are they immediately gonna start shooting at the?
No. Not. I just want them to be within range of all the bases. So like both of them will cover, like both of their overlap of their radii will cover second base, and then the one on the right will cover first base, and the one on the left will cover third base.
Okay.
And then they both will also cover home base as well. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. You're setting them up so they'll cover the entire
Yeah.
area. Okay. The pitcher hobgoblin obviously notices this,
Well, yeah.
but he kind of like looks at them and then looks back at you and narrows his eyes as he gets ready to pitch.
All right. So then I guess I grab the bat.
Mhm.
I say a goblin prayer to forgive me for the for the slaughter, or to at least bless the slaughter of my kinsmen in this area.
Yeah.
Uh, and I guess I'll do the bat. I'll go to hit the bat. So you said it's plus my proficiency, and I can do either strength
Or dexterity, whatever you choose. Yes.
I'll be doing dex.
Okay. Full dex squad here.
Yeah. 13.
13. All right.
Yeah. And then what's the damage on it?
We'll have to see if you hit first.
What?
All right. So Gliggs, being just this like 40-pound goblin, this paddle that is made to hit your kin, is pretty large. And so the weight of it sort of like catches you off guard, since you didn't really take any test swings with it. And you manage to you swing the paddle a few seconds after the goblin comes tumbling past you.
Dang.
Strike one.
There's a bugbear back behind that comes back out of the line of the army and picks up the goblin and tosses it back to the pitcher.
All right.
He gets ready for another pitch.
I'll go after I do a couple test swings, trying to get adjusted to the weight of the
Paddle.
It's like a paddle.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. We'll go again.
All right. Go and roll again.
10.
Oh wait, I forgot to. You're adding your proficiency bonus to this as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I am.
All right. Once again, even though you've got more of a handle on this paddle, the goblin whizzes by too fast.
I run over to Gliggs and grasp him by the shoulders and say, Gliggs, look at me, look at me.
Yes.
You've got this.
Thank you.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I believe.
And then I kiss him on the head and go away.
All right.
That's strike two.
I would like to have my turret shoot one of them. Not really. Not yet. But
Well, since the pitcher's really the only one that would be in range, because the other two are in the outfield,
yeah.
so they would have to run into range.
Fair.
All right, are you ready for the third pitch?
Yeah, we're going for the third pitch.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You good?
Yeah. I threw my dice off my table.
All right.
Ha. All right. A dirty 20.
Hey!
A dirty 20? A filthy
Dirty
20?
A filthy 20.
Heck yeah.
All right. So with your few practice swings, you start to get the hang of it, and this swing lands. Go ahead and roll for damage.
What is the damage?
1d8 plus your dexterity, since that's what you've been using.
And it was also the helpful encouragement from his friends.
Absolutely.
You know.
With new vigor in his blood.
7.
7.
Oh, that's good.
All right. With another large smack of the paddle, this goblin, once again going limp like the last one, flies tumbling through the air out to the left field.
Oh, all right. I make a dash to first base.
All right. Make a athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Acrobatics.
Okay,
Well,
go ahead and roll for it.
Actually,
No, you're right. Yeah.
athletics.
Acrobatics. What's your strength and dex?
So my acrobatics, I get 3. But my athletics, I'm proficient in, so I get 4.
Do that one.
Yeah, you can
So
do
I'll
athletics
do-
then.
I'll do athletics.
Okay. Go for it.
8.
8?
Yep.
Alright, So you make it to first base, and you kind of see the hobgoblin in the left field tried to catch the goblin's body flying through the air, and sort of got his hands on it, but sort of like ended up fumbling it, and it fell into the ground. And he's trying to pick it up, wasting a bunch of time.
All right. I guess with that, I'll attempt to run to second base.
Okay.
Also having my turrets move up a little bit, another 5 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll athletics with disadvantage.
All right. So this first one is a 9 plus 4, so 13. And the second one, 16 plus 4, which would be a dirty 20.
So 13.
So 13.
Okay. Okay, and then so the hobgoblin in the field
Can I just say, if anyone has got the goblin and it looks like they're going to be getting to him, I'm going to dissonant whispers them.
Okay.
Try and get him to run away.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be in range. Go for it. Or wait, it's a saving throw. It was wisdom, right?
Oh wait, what
Yeah.
happened? I wanted to know what happened. Did I fail the contest?
I haven't gotten there yet. Because you're rolling against them, but he's trying to make it to where, so Dissonant Whispers makes them run away.
From me, yeah. So
Okay.
they would, I imagine, if they were running from the outfield to second base, and they'd be running back the way they came.
Okay.
If that didn't work, I was gonna force net anyone that came near me. Just lock them so they can't move until my next turn.
Oh, that's very smart.
Da-da-da. Okay, I just needed to check something with the spell, for something, mechanic-wise. So Wisdom saving throw. DC
Yes.
15?
That's correct, sir.
Alright. So the, hobgoblin in the outfield picks up the corpse of the goblin out there, and sort of looks in the direction of home base, and then turns around and just starts running, away with the goblin in hand, directly away from the field.
Also takes 11 psychic damage
Okay,
as he hears some frightening voices in his head. I'm going
you
to
said-
lick your face.
oh, you said 11 psychic damage?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. The hobgoblin does not, turn around and run away. The hobgoblin, with fear in his eyes, looks at home base and drops dead.
Oh, can't get the players. Run!
Seeing the hobgoblin drop dead, I'm assuming I made it to second base.
Yes, you have now made it to second base.
I'm gonna run for third base.
Wow.
Okay.
If we kill them all, then
Roll athletics with disadvantage.
15 plus 4,
19.
19. 7 plus 4 is 11.
The pitcher just starts charging you. No goblin in hand, just starts running straight at you.
Yeah.
But you
Turrets activate.
force net.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Sure. I'll have one of them force net them.
Alright, that's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
My saving throw is 14. It will be a deck save.
Okay. So as he's charging you, from behind, the turret suddenly launches his net out, and it catches him over the shoulders, and he's just caught right there. It makes him restrained, right? Okay. And then is it more saving throws to try to get out of it?
They're restrained until the beginning of my next turn. But
Oh,
I guess
okay.
like
All right.
that would be, I don't know, would my next turn be my next time I roll or the next time I go up for bat?
It would be like the next time you roll.
Okay.
Wishful thinking there.
I
Okay,
know.
so the bugbear, in the outfield has managed to wake his way to the corpse of the hobgoblin and you know, pick up the goblin corpse from it. The body count in this game is starting to grow pretty quickly as there are now 2 dead on the field.
Mate, I could have predicted this from the outset.
Yeah.
And one of them, which is now caught in a net. So yeah, Gliggs, you make it to third base.
All right. I'm gonna go for home. We're gonna go all the way, baby.
All right. You'll still have disadvantage on this one, but go ahead and roll.
That's fine.
I'm waiting there to hug him.
So the first roll I got was a dirty 20. I got 16 plus 4.
Yeah. Come on home to me, baby. I'm waiting.
And then I got another 16.
Oh my god. All right.
So
20.
20 both times.
So, the bugbear throws the goblin, and the pitcher hobgoblin sort of manages to tear his way out of the net as the corpse of the goblin just kind of like bounces and rolls onto the ground beside him, and he sort of
he
like
goes
just turns
for the-
down and looks at it. But by the time he even reaches down to pick it up, you've already made it to home base.
Can I have my
hugging
turret shooting as well?
Okay. I give him a big hug. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah!
Oh, are we winning? I genuinely don't know.
Very good. Very good.
Sports ball. But yeah, I
Alright,
want the turrets to
so-
shoot him.
All right, so you
Both of
roll
them.
attack rolls on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh
Right.
dear.
So the first one would be a 17. For the first
And the other
turn.
one?
Mate, there's 1,000 hobgoblins here.
8? Yeah. Okay, so the first one hits, the second one does not.
Okay. So 3d4 plus my dex. Or plus its dex. I think is what we said, right?
Yeah, you use its stats, not yours.
Got it. I have 3d4s now.
Nice.
Congrats,
So-
mate.
I can just... So that's 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 6 plus
11.
4.
Oh.
So 10.
10 damage?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I did not understand your adding up there, but cool.
Wait, what?
No, you said lots of numbers at once, and I.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. I've got a reputation.
So,
Math guy.
the first turret sort of starts shooting out and blasts the pitcher hobgoblin. And you see sparks fly off of his half plate armor. And the second one just fires out, and the shots just kind of fly out into the outfield. And he just turns, pulls out his great sword, and walks up to the turret that hit him. And what's the AC of your turret?
I think it's 12.
12? Okay.
It's alright. He's probably not going to be very good with his great sword. Don't worry.
Yeah. I think it's a bad throw.
I need more dice.
Hop. Oh, never
More
mind.
dice. More dice.
I just need one more. I needed to get my second set out as well. No worries. How much health does your turret have?
45.
What?
Jeez.
So he makes 2 swings with his
Oh, I
great
forgot they
sword.
did double attack.
The first attack, sort of slashes, and you see, like, bolts and stuff fly onto the ground from the slash that has been made in your turret, dealing 10 damage to it. And the second attack, he kind of brings it down, but this one just kind of glances off of the armor of the turret, not dealing any damage.
All right, that's fine. The turrets will remain in the field from now on.
Okay. He's going to make another attack on your turret.
On the same one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So that's a natural 20. So that'll be.
Wait. Okay. So is this different turns or is the same turn?
Well, you said you just said you were just gonna keep them there. So
I'm just gonna keep him there.
yeah,
That's fair.
but he's gonna keep attacking it. So it's just kind of rotating between it and the turrets. So the first hit will deal another 10 damage. Didn't roll super high on that one.
Okay.
And the second hit will deal 5 more damage.
All right. So, how would it work with since it is if it starts its turn there? It does. My turrets do make attacks.
Yeah, you can make another attack against it if you can. I'm just, instead of having it as a reaction, we'll just say that the turrets will have a turn, since it's just him and the turrets. Unless
Okay.
anyone else wanted to join in, but he's just trying to smash this thing.
Okay. The first turret got a nat 1.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Yeah, so it just, like, fires into the ground right at his feet, just throwing up some dirt, but he just ignores
and the
it.
next one does 8.
And 8 to hit. Yeah, so he sees the barrel start to warm up, and he just kind of like steps around it as it fires out into the field.
Smart move.
Alright, so he's gonna make 2 more attacks against it.
God, the same. I'm assuming it's the same one.
Yeah, he just keeps
pulling-
whacking at it with his greatsword.
Okay.
So the first swing is going to do 8 damage. Was that is it dead yet or no?
It has 2 left.
Okay. Then with its second attack,
This is
where'd it
tough.
go? Yeah, with the second attack, he smashes your turret to bits.
Ugh. Dead. Turret 1 is dead.
Swings and roundabouts, though, innit?
Yeah.
And then he kind of turns to you, waving his greatsword around, and he's like, "Now are we gonna keep doing this? Are you gonna put your gadget away?" I can smash that one too.
I'll bring it
How long do we keep
Uh,
batting for?
Until you get 3 outs.
outs. We only have 1.
No, you have 2.
We have 2?
Or wait, no, I'm sorry, you do only have 1. My bad. You have 1.
Okay.
1 out.
And how many sport points have we got?
2.
2.
Sport
Right, okay.
points. I like sport points. I'll recall this turret. I was like, okay, fine.
All right. He walks back to the to the pitcher's mound, sheathing his greatsword.
I don't undeploy it, but I just call it back to me. He's returned.
Oh, back to the home base.
Like back, yeah, back. I guess
Okay.
back to home base will be fine for now.
Okay. So Charles, I believe you're up to bat again.
You know it, kids.
So, just to clarify, another hobgoblin comes from the army to replace the one that had been slain.
Okay.
A bugbear comes out and drags its corpse away, and they bring out a new goblin as well.
That's good to know. I'm not casting haste this time because I can only do it twice.
What's our kill count? Like 3?
Yeah, 2 goblins dead and 1 hobgoblin.
So I got a 19 on that roll.
Okay. You keeping score in the chat, Victor.
The kills at least.
All right. Okay, you hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. As this new goblin sort of squealing as he's tumbling in the air at you.
I got 7.
7?
Yeah.
All right. So as you swing, the goblin ends up coming in a very unfortunate direction as you hit it sort of in the face. And you hear like a cracking sound.
No.
And okay. It flies out to the left field. So you can go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics to run to first base.
19? 19.
Okay.
It's +2.
Yeah, so you run to first base as the freshly replaced hobgoblin seems to be no better than his last kin, is once again fumbling with the goblin in left field.
Cool. I'll go for second.
Okay. You'll have disadvantage on this roll.
Cool.
But
Well,
go ahead.
do that anyway. So that first was a 16. And yeah, a 16. I got a natural 20 on the other one.
A 16? Alright, this hobgoblin has got butterfingers. Sort of scrounging around on the ground, can't even seem to pick up this dead goblin corpse for some reason. As you've already made it to second base.
Can I try at something?
Yeah.
And cast minor illusion to make it look like there's another dead goblin next to the first one.
Sure.
To try and confuse him, because I'm guessing he's now going to be from 30 feet away from me.
Is minor illusion that's a cantrip, right?
The cantrip, yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
So yeah, it's basically I can create an image of an object no larger than a 5-foot cube. Goblins are small.
Okay.
Can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect.
Right.
And if he touches it, then he'll know it's an illusion straight away.
Right, because they'll pass through it.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to like stall him for a little bit.
Yeah, just even if just for a second.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so you're going for third base?
Third base is my favourite base.
All right. Roll again.
That was a sex joke.
I know.
16?
You're still rolling for disadvantage. Or with
well, that might
disadvantage
help.
on this one.
So 14.
Oh. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad.
Let's go.
I rolled a 2 and a 1. I gave him disadvantage because of the illusion. Yeah, he's sort of like confused, starts like swiping through the illusion, trying to figure out why he can't pick it up. At this point, the what's it called? The pitcher hobgoblin is starting to like yell at him, like pissed off, like what the fuck are you doing in goblin? Are you going all the way?
Yeah, he can't even pick up the goblin.
All right, go for it. Yeah.
Cool. So I mean, the first one was a 20. So I'm guessing it'll be the second one, which is a 14 again.
All right. Yeah, this hobgoblin still, I don't know, he just has like no control of his hands or something like that. You said, what did you roll again?
14.
14? Alright, so yeah, you're running, sort of like freely making your way to home base. When suddenly, wham! From your left side, the pitcher hobgoblin just tackles you.
Oh no.
Oh! Well,
And
okay.
you both kind of go tumbling into the dirt.
Cool. I slap him on the face and then Misty Step to the home base.
Alright. And there's not even a check for Misty Step, it's just like,
Nope.
Alright. Yeah.
Not like a slap, just gentle, like kind of a nice.
So you kind of rub him, and then he's just like, has you pinned to the ground when suddenly this sort of like misty cloud covers your body, and then he sort of like falls through it as it just turns to smoke, and you appear.
Yeah, I'm
sort of
just standing on
materialize
the base.
onto home base.
And then I get a cigarette out and go,
Yeah.
I got to the sport point.
He just like pounds his fist onto the ground, and then he gets up, and then walks over to the hobgoblin, and just cuts him down.
Jesus. Let's go, catnip.
He puts his greatsword away as yet another hobgoblin comes out to replace the other two. This one sort of like with a bit of fear in his eyes.
I mean, death could come from either side.
This game is so boring. Why are we still playing this? I'm gonna go now. Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean? There's been a lot of death in this game.
I got a 12.
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With your proficiency and your other modifier.
All right, roll for damage. You hit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Can I ask a question?
What's
I've
up?
not seen a real game of baseball. Is there normally this much death in baseball?
Absolutely.
I only wish.
You only wish.
I only wish. Real
Yeah.
baseball is far more boring.
No, it's like the most boring sport.
Have you ever
Like-
played Wii baseball?
Yeah, I have.
Wii baseball is a lot better.
Yeah, Wii baseball is exciting.
That's because you're playing literally every player on the team.
Yeah, but it's fun.
You only hit. You only hit and pitch. That's it.
I looked it up. Like America have won the World Series every year, haven't they? I mean, that's really good.
I mean,
the
I
World
think
Well done,
Series
you
is
guys. You're
only
really good at
here.
baseball.
I think the only countries that care about baseball are the U.S. and Japan.
Yeah, America has only all the World Series players are from America, just about.
Oh, that'll be it then. Yeah.
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 I was doing a joke.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Um,
I wouldn't have known it either.
damage. Catnip. How much damage?
D8.
I got a 15.
You roll a D8.
What?
Roll a
For
D8
damage.
instead of not a
Oh.
D20. Roll a D8 because
You did
physically
not
you
do
can't
15
roll.
damage.
You can't roll a 15 on a D8.
Well, I don't know about.
Yeah, the highest you can roll is a 13.
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This goblin goes flying out to
Dead.
left field. Let's hope this next hobgoblin is a
Did he die?
much better catcher. Yes, he's dead. Another
They've got
crumpled up
6 hit
corpse
points.
flying through the air. They actually have 7.
7. Ah, there you go.
All right, you running? I'm assuming you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm running.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Roll.
Oh, that I didn't mean to do that. Do I have to count that as a roll? I dropped it.
What did it land on?
Well, it landed on a 10, so I get a 15.
Okay. Okay, so you managed to make it to first base. As you see the corpse of the goblin land in the hands of the pitcher hobgoblin. Yeah, so he has
Catnip.
it standing
No.
on the the pitcher's mound.
I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay,
Can I?
you're just gonna stay there.
Yeah, because I don't think he has the opportunity to get me, so I can just stay there.
Okay, yeah, you can. All right, so Gligs, you're up next.
You can't like overtake people, can you?
Mm-mm.
Right.
You can't have
Alright.
2 people on one base.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, what happens if all 3 of us are on base?
Then one of you has to come off.
But we have to go.
One of you have to resign your position on the base.
Okay. All right. So I will go up to bat and call my turret along with me.
Okay.
Yep.
The pitcher hobgoblin glares at you. And
I
but pitches
hit
anyway.
him- I hit him with one of these. Um, and then, yeah, I'll go to. So am I hitting? Am I doing this with disadvantage now or just regular? No, it's just
Just regular. Yeah, this is the attack roll.
A nat 20.
Alright. Roll
Oh
for
no!
damage.
He's gonna.
Oh,
Does that mean he has to roll 2d8?
God,
He's
I'm
critical
gonna-
hit.
Oh yeah, he has to roll 2d8.
fuck! I'm gonna fucking blow up this fucking
Like,
goblin.
If the goblin explodes, I mean, it's gonna be. He'll get a home
A
run, right?
home run. Like,
I want to ask, because you hit this thing with so much control and precision, what direction do you want it to go?
straight down the middle.
All right.
like over the pitcher's head, and
Mhm.
like, boom. All right, where's my other D8? I know it. What do D8s look like?
They look like
Like
two
little
D4s stuck
diamonds.
together. Like that.
Oh wait, okay, that's my problem. I dropped it
D8.
earlier, and I didn't know where it was.
Well, my camera won't really focus on it, but that's it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I got it. I got 2 of those. I never really use these, to be honest.
You won't unless you're a ranger or have a longbow.
Ah, damn.
Or a
So I
longsword.
got an 8 on one, and then 6 on the other.
Plus your dex.
Plus your dex.
Plus my dex,
Yep.
plus 3.
17.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Oh,
8 and 6 was it?
Yeah, 8 and 6. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's 17. God.
Obliterated him.
All right.
Yeah.
This thing just goes directly straight, goes flying. Actually, no. Okay. So basically, this little goblin takes his paddle and swings it with such force and such vigoration that whenever it hits the goblin that's flying at you, the goblin just gets completely flattened, and then it sprays out with a spray of like gore and like little goblin bits that go flying everywhere.
Oh no. Oh god.
And it sort of creates this cone of just gore and carnage, like spraying out from home base. And Gliggs can just walk the bases.
Oh,
And so can
catnip, right?
Yeah,
Catnip
that's
as
true.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So that's 2 more points for you guys.
That's what we were looking for.
Can I just walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The turret stays.
I'm covered in guts now.
Huh?
What a God.
I'm like covered in.
It
When
wasn't.
they-
It didn't spray in your direction.
Nah, it went straight in a cone down. So how many points do we have
That'll
now?
put you at 4 points.
Have we won now?
I
Not
think
quite.
I think
will,
if you get 9 points before halfway through, you win. And they
If
don't have
necessary, I will do a mercy roll. I'm also going to say, just because of the time this is going, we're going to do 3 innings instead of 5.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
So, like, whenever you guys get 3 outs, then you switch, so you'll be the outfield, so one of you will be pitching, and then, they'll be batting. So that'll be the 2nd inning, and then you'll switch again, and that'll be the 3rd inning. So
Okay.
each time you swap is a new inning.
Right.
Alright. I love the kill count, Victor, in the chat.
I'm trying. I think it's up to date.
Awesome. Let's see. So that was
Fates.
Glig, so we're back to Charles then.
Oh! Plus 23.
23.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, roll for damage. You hit.
Really hoping that. Okay, good.
New
So
goblin,
that's,
of course.
that's 6 damage.
Oh, he
6?
didn't die.
Alright. So this one kind of like smashes into its right arm, and you can hear it completely shatter.
Cool. Before, can I try and psychically link it to it as well?
To the goblin?
Yeah.
Sure. Is there? How does that work? Is that
It basically just means that I can speak to him in his head, and I've got to be within 30 feet of him to cast it. It lasts for 5 minutes, but as long as he's within a mile or 5 miles or something like that, then I can still communicate with him.
Okay, then yeah, you can.
Cool. Yeah, I'm telling him to run. Run for his life.
Alright, so this one flies out to right field. And if you want to go ahead and roll to run to first base.
God, that's.
20.
20.
21.
Alright.
It's my lucky
Yeah.
dice. It's my player killing dice.
Nice. Da-da-da.
My players have banned me from using this dice in games.
Nice.
After playing with my metal dice, my plastic dice seem like so.
Fragile, light.
Mm-hmm.
They just feel fake. Like they just. I'm like, where's the weight?
So, yeah, so you make it very quickly to first base. And as you do, you see the goblin tumbling through the air back to the pitcher bugbear.
Oh, I was trying to get him. Oh, did they manage to catch him? Because I was trying to tell him
They
to
did
run.
catch him. They did catch him, yes. So he wasn't able to run.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. In that case, I mean, I'm gonna run to second.
Okay. You'll be rolling with disadvantage this time.
I always roll with disadvantage. Okay. So the lowest one there was. So I got 12.
A 12? Okay.
Yeah.
Need to get to the page here. Alright, so you start to run to second base as the hobgoblin charges you with the goblet in hand. And you barely manage to slip by as he charges right past you, right on your heels. But you manage to touch second base, and he's basically right on top of you.
Ah.
Hey,
I'm staying on second base.
Okay. Alright, so he kind of like stays there, watches you for a second, and then goes back to the
I go.
He just like flips you off from behind.
I did that first, mate. So imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I say in Goblin.
So Catnip, you're up next.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. Just gonna go for it. Oh, 17.
17.
Nice.
are we hitting the same goblin?
No, this is the same goblin actually.
Oh no.
This one did not die.
At least I don't have that on my conscience.
Yeah, you didn't completely vaporize a goblin.
So even with your incredible swing, this it flies past you at like the speed of sound, burning fast, and your swing was just slightly too late to hit.
Did it cause a sonic boom?
And it kind of tumbles in the grass. Bugbear picks it up, throws it back.
Gonna try again.
All right.
Marvin,
Yes?
just when Catnip does manage to hit, I'm going to try and do the minor illusion thing, like when it's in the air, so it looks like it splits off into two, going in different directions, to try and confuse whoever's out.
Okay. So you don't really know what direction it's going to go in, so I'm gonna have you decide that in advance.
No, I was just going to wait until it was in the air and then make a kind of estimate.
Okay.
I can roll Arcana if you want me to try and.
No, I was just, if you want to wait until after it's hit, then you would have to you'd have to make it appear like in the air.
Yeah, that's the plan. And
Okay.
I don't know if you can move it or not. So I was just trying to, so it looks like it split off.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
He'd have to check both of them.
Okay. What's the range on minor illusion?
So it's 30 feet, but I'm currently on second base, which means I'm like bang in the middle.
Fair enough.
I was literally waiting for this exact moment.
Nice. All right, Catnip, go ahead and roll again.
I rolled a 14.
All right. It's okay. That one hit.
For
This pitch was
damage?
not nearly as strong. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh. No.
I got an 8.
All right. So this goblin was already on death's door. I like how Victor already put the new number in chat. Like he knew. And this one, it goes flying with decent distance out into the left field.
I'm gonna start running.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll for that.
Do I roll as well?
Yes. You'll... No, you won't be rolling with disadvantage.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
I got 15.
How many outs do we have? 2?
Oh, we've had one so far.
Yeah, just one. So, despite the illusion, the Hobgoblin in the left field just got lucky and managed to catch the real one, unfortunately. And... Okay, throws it, and what did you roll, Charles?
15.
15? Alright, so, Catnip, you make it to first base. Charles, before you can make it to third base, you feel the impact of the corpse of the goblin just hit you in the back, as this, hobgoblin that was in the left field threw it directly at you, and managed to predict exactly where you were going to be.
Wow. I mean, respect.
So, you're out.
In that case, I pick up the goblin and run away with it.
Alright, are you gonna go for second base, Catnip?
Yeah. Again.
Running as fast as I can.
You're carrying a dead goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, then they can't get her out, can they?
Desecrated corpse of this goblin.
Oh.
Are you just running, like, off the field?
I got a 15.
I'm just trying to, like, I running, like, in a circle, like, just, like, away from them.
Wait, are you
Okay.
out, Charles?
Yeah, I'm out, but because I've now got the goblin, like, they're going to throw a goblin at me, I'm going to take it. Tactics.
Charles, can you roll, a dexterity saving throw?
Sure can. Hang on, dexterity.
For
Hold
war
on.
crimes.
Hang on, I just need to work out what I don't think I'm proficient in dex saving throws. No, so that's +2, so 18.
18? Alright, the pitcher hobgoblin starts to try running around trying to catch you to get, this, goblin out of your hands, but you are easily managing to dance out of his way and keep him from getting it.
Is my turret within range of anyone?
It would be in range of the hobgoblin that's currently trying to get the goblin from Charles.
I would like to use restraint net.
Alright, what's, what kind of saving throw is it again?
Dex.
Okay.
Horse net, sorry.
And it's DC 15?
Yes. Wait, 14.
14, okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting pretty frustrated at this point, and he hears this whoosh coming from the turret, and but before the net reaches him, he quickly draws his greatsword and slices the net in half midair, and it just falls to the ground on either side of him. And with his sword still drawn, looks at Charles. Catnip, are you running to third base?
Might as well, yeah.
Okay.
Can I do try use like a deception thing and go, oh my god, look at that! Kind of Marty McFly in Back to the Future style.
I rolled a 19.
A 19? Okay. Alright, you can roll deception with disadvantage, Charles.
Oh, wait, you have to roll for disadvantage?
Yes, you do have to roll with disadvantage.
Wait,
So
what would
Oh, wait, hold on.
disadvantage that?
Roll again.
Because they don't have the ball. Charles has it. They can't get her out.
The way I have it set up is you just get disadvantage for any base you're running to after the first one.
I rolled an 18, not a 19.
Okay. I mean, that's still pretty good.
I got 17 on that.
With disadvantage?
I've got +7 to my.
Oh my god, okay. Wow, he turns and looks to see where you're pointing, and sees nothing.
And he turns back, and I've gone.
He turns back and sees Catnip at third base. And starts to charge her. Are you gonna run?
Huh?
Make it up.
The hobgoblin is charging you, Catnip, with his sword drawn.
I'm gonna run like I'm booking it.
All
Get
right.
within range. Is it within
Wait, no,
range
no,
to
no.
get shot? Yeah.
Challenge him? Like, can I draw my swords and like go after him?
If you
Get the
want to,
point!
yeah.
Get the point!
We want the point first. We want the
Okay,
point
well, I'll go for the point first, and then I'll fight him. But I'm gonna run.
All right. Yeah.
Whenever
Do
it gets within range.
acrobatics or athletics? He's already in range.
I mean,
Oh.
acrobatics, obviously.
Shoot.
I just got a natural 20.
Oh
I have
wow.
to disadvantage, so-
Oh yeah,
Wait.
you have to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, that was a 13.
A 13.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's whack.
I was so happy for you then.
Go ahead and make the attack roll with the turret.
Alright.
And in the meantime, Catnip, what's your armor class?
13.
Okay.
This is awful. 5 plus 10. 10 is the
To hit?
To hit.
That does not hit.
God.
However, the second swing from the hobgoblin hits Catnip, as she manages to dodge the first sort of upswing from the greatsword, and she just dances out of the way of it, but he's too quick bringing it back down on her, dealing 8 damage.
Oh no.
Oh no. Where is
Dissonant whispers.
So he managed to catch up to you and sort of hit you in the back. So if you want, you can turn around and fight him, or you can try to keep running, disengage
Dissonant
with him.
whispers. Dissonant whispers.
Oh, all
He's gonna
right.
run away.
I want
Alright.
to
But it'll be from you. It wouldn't be from her. Running
Yeah,
away.
but he's still there.
goblin that just slashed me.
But like, whichever direction he runs, it'll be away from her, and she gets an opportunity attack on him as well.
So it's wisdom, right?
Yeah,
DC 15.
yeah. I'm guessing at second level as well. So
Okay, he fails.
bonk.
He's not. He's
Oh
not,
wait, does my
saved.
turret get an opportunity attack as well?
no, it's only if you're engaged. That's
Oh,
17.
melee range.
Yeah, opportunity attacks can only be done with melee attacks.
That's
17 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So he sort of clutches his head as the psychic damage resonates inside of his skull, and then turns and just like doesn't even look at you, Charles, but just immediately starts to bolt away. And Catnip, if you would like to make an opportunity attack here, you can.
I would.
Okay, go ahead.
Stab him.
I'm gonna take out my short sword and I'm gonna go after him.
Okay, yeah. Make an attack roll.
I got a 12 for my d20.
Okay.
And you add on your short sword thing.
Huh?
So you add your dex plus proficiency, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
added
I
that,
saw-
right?
Yeah, I did. I haven't rolled for damage yet though.
Oh, you don't need to. A 12 does not hit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get the
He-
point. Get the
He
point.
sort of runs away.
Get the
Well, can I run for the-
point. Can I shoot him?
In the meantime,
Get the point.
you just shot him, so we're gonna wait a little bit before you can
That's
shoot
fair.
him again.
Okay.
Charles, you sort of suddenly feel this presence behind you.
I turn around and, assuming it's a hobgoblin, go, "I'm sorry, did you want this?" And then just give him the goblin.
It's actually the bugbear,
Oh.
and he has his club out.
I hold up the goblin to him as if to go, "Here you go, I got the ball for you."
He just grabs it from you and then like pushes you to the side. The goblin at this point is dead, so he just kind of looks at it, sees Catnip making it to home base, and just throws it to the side and then walks back out to the field. It seemed like he was more interested in getting into the skirmish, but now that he just sees the guy that was fighting running away, Yeah.
And I shout, "Loving your work, Hugbear."
All right. So, I mean, after running away, the hobgoblin just kind of like slowly walks back, has resheathed his great sword. They bring him a new goblin.
We're doing really well, I think.
So,
All right.
who's up to bat next?
Me. So we have
Okay.
5 points, right?
Yes. But
For 2
before we'll get to your bat in a minute. But before we do, we're gonna take a quick break from the stream. About a 10-minute break. For us to get refreshments and things like that. And so we'll be right back. With Gligs's bat. So
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't blow up another goblin.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. we're back. Right where we left off. Gligs, you're up to bat.
All right. Trace, go away. My turret's still next to me, right? Or at the thing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Let me see. So I need to check one thing about smoke screen. 2 rounds of smoke that only I can see through?
Oh, that is good.
That thing.
Crazy.
All right.
Say, what's the radius on that?
10.
10 feet?
You know,
Okay.
Is that radius or diameter, though?
radius.
So that's a 20-foot circle.
How long does it last?
2 rounds.
Okay.
I will do it after I bat. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go
Okay.
to.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
up.
go to-
You're up to bat with the paddle.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
So it'll be 7 plus 6, right? Because I did my.
Yeah.
Did I did my athletics or my.
No. This will be either Dex or Strength. But
Okay,
you
so yeah.
also
It's
add
the
your
hit.
proficiency. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
3
an
plus.
attack roll.
So yeah, 7 plus 6, so 13.
13. All right. That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
D8s,
Yep. D8s all the way.
5.
5. Okay.
It's alive.
It is. This one does get. It'll get to see another round of being batted, I guess.
Punishment.
I feel like that's a lot worse than dying.
Alright.
Is having to get batted twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and, if you want to roll to run to first base.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
If any-
this-
16 plus
anything,
4 is a dirty 20.
I mean, if anything, when you eviscerated that one, it was a mercy killing.
Honestly.
Mhm.
It was,
It didn't feel a thing.
it was just immediate. A filthy 20.
To run to first base.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, you make it to first base without any issue. But yeah, right after you touch first base, the goblin lands in the pitcher hobgoblin's hands.
I will then use smoke screen.
Okay.
With my flamethrower.
Alright, so yeah, you touch first base, pull out your flamethrower, and then sort of holding it with 2 hands, spraying it and holding it around as it creates this cloud of smoke around the first base. That'll cover like the first third of your run to second base if you want to run.
Alright. So, since the first third.
Because it's a
Ooh.
10-foot radius and it's
Yeah.
30 feet between bases.
Okay.
So,
and the-
but
and that-
the hobgoblin pitcher, as you're doing this, is starting to make his way towards you.
I use the net.
Okay.
I'm also. Can I create like a minor illusion, Gligs like as if it's running,
I
to
like
try
that.
and as if he's running like out of the smoke, so he starts chasing after that instead of actual Gligs.
Okay. So this illusionary Gligs.
I'd rather do that than do the net. If he's gonna do that, I won't do the net.
Then you won't do the net? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so he was originally going straight for, like, second base in the middle of the smoke, but then seeing this illusionary Gligs appear on the outside of the smoke, starts heading in that direction instead.
I just
Alright.
want to make it like keep on running, essentially.
Okay, is it running
So-
to second base?
Oh yeah, like I mean, like so ahead. So then he was like go and start following it, or
Okay.
trying to follow it, whereas the real Gligs would be behind him.
So, Gligs, you can see through the smoke, so you can
Yeah.
see the hobgoblin start to go towards this illusion of yourself as it runs and touches second base, and he continues to chase it.
Alright. I will run after it is left second base. I will run to second base.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You're rolling athletics, right? With disadvantage.
Yes. Are you serious? God damn it. because I got an 18 the first time.
Mhm.
Please. I got a 10.
A 10. All right. Okay, so right after the illusion touches second base, he catches it and sort of swipes at it with this still like living goblin, and it just passes right through it. And he stops confused for a second, and immediately turns around to see Gligs running, steps over the base, and tags him.
Oh,
I'm
God.
so sorry, Gligs,
Oh,
but you're
no.
out.
That's 3, right?
That is 3.
All right.
So that's the end of the first inning. You guys made it through the first inning with 5 home runs.
Nice. Can I do a short rest in between innings to repair my turret?
Right, that's an hour.
No, you can't take an hour
Damn.
between innings.
Okay, so that's halftime.
No,
Halftime lasts an hour.
there's no halftime in
There are
a
only 3.
3-inning baseball.
There's
So-
no halftime in fantasy baseball.
Okay, all right.
So
lost
you guys
one
can
turn.
rotate out if you'd like. But just to start, who would like to pitch?
I want to do
Who
it.
has the strongest?
Yeah.
Who's the strongest? I'm assuming it's strength, right?
I
Or it's a
thought
projectile.
If it's dexterity, I think it should definitely be catnip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 5 plus dexterity.
Damn.
Yeah, because you had your proficiency to this as well. Okay.
Oh. I have 6 then.
Okay. Well, like I
Like-
said, you guys can rotate out. You don't have to have one person
But yeah,
pitching for the
Catnip, you
entire
go.
game.
You do.
Okay. But I mean, your dexterity will also matter for like catching and throwing. So which one of you would be in the left outfield, and which one of you would be in the right?
I'll
I'll
go
be-
left.
Yeah, I'll be in the right, and I'll have my turret with me.
All right. So up first, what's up?
I'll have my turret in midfield.
Okay. Sounds good. How far back from third base is it?
Midfield?
Like how? So
Second
like,
base.
huh?
So I'll make it 20 feet back from second base if it's in midfield.
From third base would be the one that's like farthest back. Or wait, sorry, second base. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
20 feet back from second base. I was mistaken. Okay, gotcha. So
Is there a rule, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you catch the goblin before it hits the floor,
That's out.
that's an out, right?
in normal baseball, yes, but not in this.
Uh,
Because otherwise you guys would have gone out a lot sooner. Because they did catch it a few times. You have to tag them is the only way.
okay.
All right.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Oh, I thought you froze.
No, I was just reading something. I'm all good.
I
Stream's
was like-
still up. We're still running strong.
All right, good. Oh, we have to throw the goblins now, don't we? How am I going to throw a goblin, something that's the same size as me?
All right. So, yeah. So, if you'll make just like an attack roll, dexterity, catnip. The first one up to bat will be the hobgoblin that was previously the pitcher, the one that's in half plate armor.
That's been beat up a lot. That's
A bit,
somehow
a bit.
still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna do a really big, powerful wind-up throw.
All right. Let me get you roll. D20 plus proficiency and dex.
Oh my god. It was a 10. So not as powerful as I hoped, but it's okay.
All right, so the hobgoblin smacks this goblin with what was a fairly average pitch from catnip, but smacks it with decent amount of force, or at least a decent snap. But the goblin actually doesn't go all that far. is spinning, screaming through the air as it flies right field in Gliggs' direction. And it begins to run toward first base.
Alright.
So Gliggs, if you would like to make a dexterity, just like a general dexterity check, in order to try to catch this goblin.
16 plus 3.
19?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, you catch it.
I wanna.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna throw. Actually, I'm gonna run towards second base
Okay.
and have my turret follow.
Okay, your turret has a movement speed of like 5 feet, right?
15.
Oh, 15? Okay. So it okay, so it's comes almost to second base.
Yeah. It doesn't
as-
need to be right on it for what I want it for, anyway.
Alright, so the hobgoblin is attempting to push through to second base.
Do I roll the thingy?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll, and are you? I'm assuming you're trying to catch him and tag him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so roll an athletics check.
Alright. Ooh, so 15.
15.
Yeah.
All right. I guess the hollow seems like he started to be out of breath as he made it towards second base, and you're nimbly able to catch up to him and tag him with the goblin.
Haha.
Sort of like tries to step out of the way, but you just keep pushing forward and press this goblin who's the same size as you that you're just like carrying and press it into the.
Yeah. Like, haha, bitch.
That's one.
All right.
Ouch. Alright, I return to the outfield and have my turret return to its original position.
All right. Catnip, are you still pitching?
I can pitch again.
Okay.
Yeah, you've done good. You've done good.
It's a good pitch.
So up next is the other hobgoblin.
Does the 3-strike rule still count in this?
Yeah, or 3 outs and 3. Yeah, 3 strikes. And
Okay,
you're out.
16.
16.
Mhm.
All right. And he hits it. With a pretty solid hit, as it. It honestly, it ends up flying about to the same exact place as the last one did, flying once again to right field. I guess the hobgoblins just seem to have an affinity for hitting goblins in that direction. So it's once again coming at you, Gliggs, as it begins to run to first base.
They're taunting me. They're trying to tease me with my family.
They are.
I got a nat 20.
All right. So you
I don't
sort
know
of
how-
catch and
Here he
cradle
is.
what is unfortunately now the corpse of this goblin that you had once held alive just mere seconds before.
Oh, no.
Is now gone limp, battered and bruised.
I
Ooh, we're
will,
up to 9, almost double-digit deaths in this game.
gosh, I will run up to second base once again and have the turret move up.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't need to. It's within range regardless.
Yeah.
But, hey,
Drop that. Let me roll that again. So that is okay.
Hobgoblin is brand spanking new. It hasn't been hurt yet.
Okay, roll an athletics check to try to tag him. I'm assuming that's what you want to do.
I got another nat 20.
A natural
Oh.
20?
Good boy.
Alright. You just with seeing your brethren over and over again, just beaten and battered to death through this sick game. With
What kind of twisted mind comes up with this game?
truly the lowest of low.
Demented.
Absolutely. This hobgoblin didn't stand a chance. And you didn't even have to make your way to him. You run about halfway, and the rest of the way chuck the corpse into him, and it hits him with enough force to knock him to the ground as he sort of tumbles in the dirt with this goblin corpse.
Yeah. Can I roll for damage?
Can you roll for damage?
With a goblin corpse.
Roll
using the.
Well, okay. Do an attack roll first to see if you hit. And add dexterity. I'm not giving you a proficiency because you threw a goblin.
Okay.
But
It's an improvised weapon, isn't it?
In a way, yeah.
15 plus 3 is 18.
All right. 1d4 damage.
1d4. 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to hit him, and honestly, most of the damage came from hitting the ground, but it still hurt him a bit.
Good. I return to the outfield after spitting on the hobgoblin.
All right.
I shout to the hobgoblin who's on the floor. I say, "Watch out for that goblin!"
2 outs.
After you spit on it, it stands up and it draws its sword from its sheath at its waist.
God.
And I'm gonna blast him.
With the turret.
Yes.
All right, go for it.
This one doesn't have the stupid plate armor, I'm assuming.
No, this one does not.
All right, good. All right, let me get the D.
This one's wearing chainmail.
All right. 19 plus 5, so 24.
That hits. Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
2, 3. My D4s. 4 plus another 4, so that's 8 plus 4. 12? 8
12
plus 4
damage?
Yes.
Alright, so as this hobgoblin starts, coming at you with its sword drawn, about to make a swing at you, there's just this bang, bang, bang as it gets shot 3 times, and its body just kind of riddled, and it just drops to its knees, and then face first into the dirt, dead.
Amazing.
Add 1 to the kill count.
Alright.
Lovely.
A bugbear comes out, drags both the corpses away.
Oh my god.
Hands Catnip a fresh new goblin.
Are they like you said? They're like 1,000 hobgoblins and stuff.
Yeah.
Are they like cheering and shouting and stuff?
Mm-hmm. No, they're very noisy.
Cool. Well, when the bugbear comes out, I'm going to try and incite the goblins to give him a round of applause.
They're actually right now mostly booing and shouting insults at Gliggs.
Listen.
I thought we'd be firm favourites as the underdogs.
Honestly, they shouldn't have invite me to the Thunderdome.
Is there like a role I can make to try and like win over the crowd because otherwise we're not going to get out of this alive?
Charisma. I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't think these things have too much in the name of honor.
Because
I will say one of them throws a rock at your turret, and it deals 1 damage to it.
Charles is trying to like play up to the crowd so that they're kind of on their side, so that we're a bit more popular. Like he's trying to be showy and funny for them.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to say or do?
Are you not entertained? No, that's copyrighted. But like, I'll be like it's just like the quips I've been making and the and like.
Played on YouTube.
Are you not entertained?
I don't think that's actually copyrighted, is it?
No.
Oh, who said it?
Parody. I think it's from Gladiator.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know if it's like actual copyright.
No, it's not copyrighted. It's parody. I mean, I'm not. I think people know I'm not. I'm like Russell.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. I've come to accept that I am not Russell Crowe.
unfortunately.
Charles, can you make a
That's
performance check for me?
that's honestly that's a
Okay.
hard realization to come to.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. All
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah. Although it seems like they're um a little bit like disgruntled with Gligs. Overall, you seem to be pretty popular with the crowd, and your quips are landing pretty well with them.
Good.
Excellent.
Then they'll probably be more likely to let us go because they've had some good entertainment, as opposed to going, "What dirty cheaters? Let's kill them."
I
What
mean,
do you-
hopefully they would, because the agreement you made is if you won the game, then they wouldn't like murder and raise everyone in the city and all that. So
True, but I also not going to take them at their word for it.
fair enough. That's totally fair.
Did I pitch?
Let's do this. Get one more out, and then
One more out.
Come on,
And,
you're
honestly, if you get them out,
you're 2 for 2.
because in the next inning, if you guys are batting, they can't score anymore. So if you out them here, then that's game. Unless they can catch up to you score-wise.
So if I get a good,
Oh yeah, that is mercy rule.
yeah,
Well,
three.
because they can't score anymore. This is their only chance to score.
Right, I'm going to use all my spells on this one, guys.
Something like a little goblin mass murder to win over a crowd.
There's some quite. The one fan is upset that I'm not Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
It's quite a disappointment.
I didn't have the right accent.
I'll have
What
to
is-
remedy that for the next one shot and get Russell Crowe onto the stream.
I mean, I could
D&D.
I could probably try and be more Russell Crowe-ish if you want. I could make a new character.
I really like Charles though.
Me too. I really like Charles.
Charles is fine.
All right,
Charles and Gliggs, and now Catnip as well.
Catnip, are you still pitching?
I'm gonna
Yes.
roll now. Yes.
All right, it is the Bugbear up to bat this time.
Oh no!
Can I have like if we don't get this out, can I have my turret pitch? Like I
I
load
don't
the
think
ball.
your turret can pitch. I don't think it can hold things.
That is
Let
rude.
alone a goblin.
I forgot it was a ball. I forgot it's goblins, not a ball. I was just thinking, just load the ball into the turret and it shoots the.
Okay.
But it's a goblin.
All right.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I got a 25. Yes, sir.
All right. So, let's see. So the Bugbear swings the paddle and attempts to swing at it, but the goblin sort of comes at it at a curve and almost curves around the paddle. With the paddle not even making contact whatsoever with it. And the goblin tumbles into the grass behind. For another Bugbear picks it up, throws it back to you. Goblin kind of flying back, tumbling towards you for you to catch and pitch again.
Okay.
So that's one strike.
I got a 9 this time.
A
You
9.
win some,
Okay.
you lose some.
9.
He actually misses again.
Oh!
This time
God.
he was actually expecting a more complicated swing, but he ended up swinging a bit too early.
No way.
I'm so tense right now. I didn't think I'd feel tense about sports.
All right.
So if he misses this one, we win.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you win the
Let's
game.
go. Let's go.
You know, I'm gonna roll a different die, a different d20 for this
I got a
one.
7, so you don't have to.
I'm gonna roll this one. A
I
7
got-
to beat.
Yeah, 7.
He just barely manages to hit that. And let's see. Ooh, it was not a very good hit though. It honestly barely it kind of falls. It goes towards left field in Charles's direction, but ends up coming up so short because it was such just like a weak hit that Catnip, honestly, you would be the closest person to it.
Can I try to catch it?
Yeah. So go ahead and make a dex save.
Charles is gonna run towards it anyway.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Yeah, so you definitely catch it.
I will start running towards second base.
Okay. At this point, the bugbear has made it to first base.
Lovely, lovely.
And it seems like he's just gonna stay there,
Okay.
playing it safe.
I'll
Oh.
return. I'll return to my original place.
I didn't get the chance to throw it at him.
No.
Playing it safe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. We'll fuck him up.
All right. So up next to bat, actually, if you remember the
Picture.
not the pitcher, actually,
I think it's the boss.
the Hobgoblin Lord upon his throne. They start to bring him forward,
Oh my
and he
God.
steps off of his throne, right on the brink of losing this game.
Mm.
This full plate armor, like monster of a Hobgoblin.
Oh god, I hate plate armor. I hate it so much.
I mean, oh no, I've just had no, because if you're wearing armor and you use shocking grasp, then they get disadvantage on the saving throw because they're wearing metal.
That is true.
Or if you have heat metal as well, then they can't get their armor off, so they just burn in their armor. So there are some really fun ways around plate armor.
Yeah. So he sort of comes down. You can see he has on his belt he has a long sword on his right. He has what seems to be like a pouch of javelins on his left side, and then like attached to the outside of his arm is this like small metal shield as well that he has.
A shield?
I mean, that's going to hamper his running ability.
Yeah,
And
isn't
he-
he too heavy to go, like run?
Huh?
Isn't he too heavy to run?
You don't know? You haven't seen him try to run yet, so you're not
Look,
sure.
As I see this man approach, I order my turret to go stand next to Catnip.
Alright, so as he's approaching, your turret slowly walks up, standing next to Catnip on the pitcher's mound. And this beast of a Hobgoblin comes up, picks up the wooden paddle that is now a bit bloody and battered at this point, and taps it on the home base, staring intently
Does
into
he do one
Catnip's
of?
eyes.
Does he do one of those things where he's like,
I have a question first.
Mm-hmm.
What's a turret? What is this? That's
The
standing-
turret?
Yeah, what is it?
It's just a turret. Like, it's an actual turret, because it's a thing with Gliggs's engineer class. Something he built.
yeah, it's like a gun, but it like has legs.
Oh,
It's a gun
so-
with legs.
It's like a sentry turret.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stare back at him very intently,
Okay.
winding my throw, concentrating. I got a 13.
13? Okay.
I should have pitched this round.
That is a filthy 20, so that'll hit.
God. Closest to me.
Let's see. Not bad. Alright, so with this hit, Goblin's dead. Had already gotten a hit from the last one as well, so that's another one, unfortunately. So this Goblin corpse tumbling through the air, flying in Gliggs's direction.
God. All right. I guess I'm rolling to catch it, right?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
That feels a good place to stay.
It's
chilling.
It's the roll plus my dex, right?
Yeah, yes.
18.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, you managed to catch that pretty easily. Another dead goblin you have managed to get a hold of. So the bugbear is running to second base.
I want to stop him. I want to stop him.
All right. Make a athletics check.
Before I do that,
Oh, can I start running towards like the bases so that if he wants to throw, I can kind of catch
Sure.
if it.
Any
he
base in
misses.
particular?
Yeah, I'm running towards third base.
Okay.
all right. I want to use Force Net on the bugbear before I do the thing. Like
Oh, like as it's running?
as it's running, see if I can stop him. So then I can try and get him out.
Okay. So that is a dexterity saving throw. Yep, so as the force net flies in his direction, manages to sort of dodge out of the way. And with the time it took you to command your turret to do that, he's made it to second base, and the bugbear has made it, or sorry, the hobgoblin
Made it to first.
has made it to first base.
All right.
Is Bugbear running on?
He is.
I will go ahead and throw the goblin corpse with a tear in my eye to Charles.
Okay. I'm trying to remember who I have make the save for that. Okay, so that save will go to Charles then. So if you can make a dex save for me.
Come on, baby.
20.
20? Alright, so yeah, you definitely catch that. And then if you... Are you gonna go after the bugbear?
If he's kind of in between, I'm going to Misty Step in front of him and hold the goblin out like that, so to try and get him to run into it.
Okay. Can you make... I've been doing athletics. I'll keep it athletics even for that. But I'll give you advantage because you're using Misty Step to try to position yourself to... So you don't actually have to catch him.
Okay, well, thank God I had advantage because I rolled a 1, and then I rolled an 18, but my athletics is -1, so that would be 17.
Alright, yeah, so just as you described, this cloud of mist sort of appears around you, and yeah, with a pop sound, another cloud of smoke appears directly in front of him, and you appear right in front of the bugbear, who immediately runs into the goblin corpse that you're holding out in front of you. As the hobgoblin in plate armor, this beast of a hobgoblin, makes it to second base and looks with disappointment upon this bugbear. And that's the game.
I walk over to the king hobgoblin and in goblin say, "Good game, sir," and hold out my hand to do a gentleman's handshake.
He ignores you at first, walks past you, and draws his sword and cuts down the bugbear that got tagged. With one slice, chops off his head as it falls to the ground, its head rolling across. And then turns back to you, sheathes the sword, and grabs your hand. A very, very strong... It's one that leaves your... such a firm grip that it leaves your hand hurting once he lets go.
Good game, good game, good game.
I go up and in Goblin call him a cur and a coward for using his kin as my kin as sporting equipment, and that is why he lost.
And I get my guitar out.
Slow down. So in response to Charles first, he looks at you and nods, and he says in Goblin, "You are fine opponents." And then turns to Gliggs and in response to what he says is, "You should count yourself fortunate that you lost. Otherwise, we maybe would have required something in return to replace some of our lost sporting equipment."
I mean,
Good luck. I'd rather die.
I mean, you would die, mate.
I don't know. I feel like I could take a lot more punishment than the 6 hit points.
Now, if you would like to volunteer, And Catnip, you're just kind of watching these two speak with this giant hobgoblin, all in a tongue that you don't understand. So you don't understand a word that's passing between any of them.
I'll translate it like mentally to her.
Okay. So you can understand from Charles sort of like translating the message in your mind telepathically.
What is this world that we're in called? Because did we win this World Series? Is that what we won? Can we get that World Series trophy for the game?
The
That World Series.
Yeah, or some money so we can buy our potions next time.
Awesome.
I might still steal them.
Do what?
Given
What'd
the
you say?
opportunity. I might still steal them.
Just cause.
The potions.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
lifestyle.
It's hard to give up. Well done, team.
This
Alright.
music that I'm listening to on my spot is like very like end of the game, like
Yeah,
one type music.
that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So, the giant hobgoblin. Actually, hold on. I told you his name before, so you would know it.
What is his name?
Lord Zur. Because you learned his name whenever the first hobgoblin announced it.
Oh, that was right,
in the
yeah.
town square. So this is Lord Zur, who's the one that was kind of like watching and then decided to step in the last moment, only to be disappointed by one of his underlings. But his underling won't be disappointing him anymore.
Well, did be disappointing anybody.
Nope.
Maybe
Um,
some maggots.
Maybe. I'm sure that I don't think those maggots will be very happy at all.
Is there a heaven for them? Do they have like a?
That's a big question, I think.
Their, higher power.
So actually, goblins and hobgoblins alike worship Maglabiet the Mighty One, the Lord of Depths and Darkness, who they worship out of fear. And they believe that whenever they die, their spirits join that deity's army under like his tyranny to fight as like his spiritual army for all of eternity.
We basically doubled his army today, haven't we, with the amount of goblins we sent there?
Yeah, we're at 12.
12 dead.
Not all of those were our kills.
Is he
That's
Yeah.
true.
like
Two
a
of
hell?
them were the other guys.
Is that they worship? Is that like sort of like a evil being from hell? I guess.
Yeah, not very nice. I mean, like I said, they worship him out of fear.
Well, I'm a tiefling, so I like. I guess I have like origins from there, sort of. I think there's like, how many hells are there in this game?
9.
Like a.
Nine hells.
But that he's not from the 9 hells. He's from what was he?
The nine hells here aren't like a mystical thing. They're like a geographical kind of plane of existence.
Yeah, it's on the plane of Acheron. Is where Maglabiet's army is, according to this book.
Your pronunciation is spot on.
Thank you,
Robin.
thank you.
But apart from saving the town, do we get any reward whatsoever?
If you'd like to, I mean, the hobgoblins.
I
Are
take
not.
off my hat and hold it round. See
Um,
if we get any tips.
You sort of like walk up the line of hobgoblins, and
I'm just like doing a bit like, hey, oh, you like that one? Kind of thing.
this bugbear steps out from the line, has his hand kind of behind him, and sort of plops something into your hat.
Oh no!
It's one of the heads of the goblins.
Okay, that's better than what I thought it was going to be.
What did you think? He like shit in his hand and?
Genuinely, yes.
No, it's a goblin head.
I've been to musical gigs before where they wee in cups and throw them into the crowd. Like,
That's pretty awful.
Oh, that's awful.
yeah, that was a bad day. I got set on fire. Anyway, that's another story for another time.
That sounds like a story. Hey, Brandon, glad you could make it to the stream.
Welcome.
Just in time
Just in
Just in
time.
time.
for a story about We and Fire.
After about 5 war crimes, 12 deaths, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Hobgoblin boss, the Lord Zur, returns to his throne, and with the march and the banging of drums and the sounding of horns once again, the army descends back southbound, eventually disappearing over the horizon, leaving Antberg completely untouched, through the heroes of you three.
Hey, Gliggs,
Nice.
Yes.
after we do this pub crawl, do you want to go kill that king?
Oh, hell yeah. 100%. 100%.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
I will
pretty
say, as a little post credits scene, the mayor of Antberg gives you a giant golden key to his house.
The
He's got
mayor.
a giant door.
He does have a giant door. Basically this big manor. Yeah, no, his door's actually normal size. It's mostly symbolic.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
All I ask in return is a pardon for my two friends and their
I was about to
crime.
go-
I don't know.
Is he gonna pardon me for my crimes?
They don't know it was us. There's no way they could know.
Well, they've just given us the key for the city. Diplomatically, they can't then have us arrested.
Yeah, it's like
The mayor kind of puts his hand on his chin. He's like, we have been short on arena contestants lately, but I'll let this slide because you guys did save the city.
Nice.
Look,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll see you at your house.
with the
Please don't.
key to his house.
You give us the
commit
keys.
I told you it was symbolic.
Well, we'll see you symbolically at your house.
Well, I was gonna say it's symbolic, but the key is made of gold.
Oh, let's sell it. Yeah, no, we'll melt it down.
Yeah. So
Do we each get
I'll
one,
tra-
or
I'll
do we
tra-
only have one?
I was just gonna go ahead and translate it to currency.
Okay.
So this giant golden key, melted down into gold, ends up being worth, 450 gold pieces.
Wow.
150 each.
Yeah, 150 pieces each.
Nice.
Oh, you said 150, not 450.
Yeah, no, it's 450
total.
That's
Divided by
450.
3 is 150.
Yeah.
We're splitting it evenly.
Quick maths. I was looking here like,
I'll-
but yes.
I've
all
put
right.
one there and one there.
Yeah.
That was great fun. Thank you, Bravin.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll have to pick another sport next time, but
I had a genuine con planned as well, like to get us some free drinks in the bar.
I'm a little sad I didn't let that play out. But I had to get going with the actual plan of the session.
Oh yeah, you would have loved it as well. I've done it before in real life, and and it's gets you actual drinks.
Okay.
Do you fake being like that you're going to get married? Or,
No,
like,
no, it's
make a proposal?
it's fun. It's like I can't remember the name of them, but you do, which makes it sound like they can't possibly lose, but then you trick them, basically. The way it works, I'll explain now as a post credit.
All right, little bonus content.
Yes.
So what you do is you go, okay, how about this for a bet? I bet you I can drink these 3 beers quicker than you can drink those 3 shots. And then one day agrees to the bet, and you go, and you buy whoever buys the round or whatever. And you go, okay, well, let's just set some ground rules now. firstly, I think it should be fair, as long as you agree that we shouldn't be able to touch each other's glasses, because then, I might grab one of yours and put it over there. So I can't touch your glasses, you can't touch my glasses. That sounds fair. And secondly, I've got a bit more liquid. Can you give me let me drink one before you start as a little head start? Still 3 shots to two glasses. That seems fair. And when they agree to that, you go, and then you drink the first one, and you turn it upside down and put it over their last shot. Because they can't touch your glasses, they can't drink the last shot.
Oh.
And then you just take your sweet time with the last 2.
That's really clever.
Yeah, I know a lot of those bets. Never, ever let me do this to you if we ever go out drinking.
I'll keep
That's
that in
good.
mind.
I might do that tomorrow.
Let us know how it
Go out and
goes.
con some people.
Con my friend. God, dog. Oh.
Alright, well, thank you for that, James. Very good trick.
Top-notch content.
With that, I'd like to go ahead and do some final closing thoughts with everybody. James, I'll start with you. Give you one last chance to promote the stream that you're doing tomorrow.
That's right, yes. So it's at 6:30 GMT, which I think is 1:30 in EST.
Yes.
We're playing Monster of the Week. It's like a little one-shot, which is really fun. If you've not played Monster of the Week, it's essentially like an episode of Buffy or Supernatural or those kinds of shows where there's a monster that you have to kind of hunt, essentially. And you have to research what their weakness is and then go and try and kill it. And it's set kind of in the real world. The one we're doing tomorrow is set in where I live in Brighton in England, but it's going to be all of the players are playing themselves, and I will have to do a version of myself at some point as well, which is going to be super cool, unlike me. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with our players who are all actors or comedians or performers of some sort. So it should be
awesome,
entertaining.
Yeah,
I'll pop a link again in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead. And I also noticed you posted it in the Discord server as well, so you guys can find it there. Tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Time. Play With Me, I believe, is the name of your YouTube channel.
Yes.
All right.
It's another YouTube channel with a similar name, but it's not that. It's not the sex toy one. It's the role-playing one.
Very important distinction there.
Yeah, I didn't research it heavily enough, the name, when I thought it up.
There's actually another one, but I forget what the other one was, because I remember when I looked it up, I was like, this can't be.
I think there's a kids one as well.
Yeah,
that's 3 different audiences there, like kids stuff, games, D&D, and sex toys.
Absolutely.
Do not get them mixed up.
No.
Bunch of surprises there. So, Victor and Haley, is there anything that either of you would like to say before we end the stream?
No.
Treat goblins with respect.
I think that's an important lesson we've all learned today.
Yeah.
GLM.
Thank you.
Goblin lives matter.
They do indeed.
They do. All right. What's up?
Fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on again. It was fun.
Of course. To all 3 of you, thank you so much for coming on to my stream again. You're all returning guests, and it means the world to me that you guys keep playing D&D with me on stream, because it really helps me out, and this wouldn't be possible without players. So
thank you so much for inviting us. It was really good fun. I always enjoy these.
Hey, we're gonna do more crime next time. We gotta do a little bit more crime.
Next time, get Charles involved in the crime.
That also. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of got left out this time, and then you had to come babysit the.
What I was hoping. What I was hoping was that they'd get caught, and then Charles would just walk over and then try and talk his way out of just him giving us the potions for free. And they'd be like, but they ran away.
I didn't. I got caught.
Yeah, I had to clean up your mess again.
Yeah. Also drinking all that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That was rough.
You were method acting that.
Yeah.
Alright.
I've sobered up since then, but oh man, after that, initially, that was rough.
I bet. Alright, so to wrap things up, thank you to everyone that was in the chat that hopped in or out at any point for watching. It means the world to me that you guys stopped by and watched us mess around with some goblins in D&D today. Look forward to the next stream on Tuesday of next week. I will be back on stream, and we'll have another D&D one-shot later next week, probably on Friday, but keep an eye out on my Twitter and my Discord for updates on that. I'll try to be very prudent about updating my schedule on that. Also, if you have missed some of my past streams and want to check those out, they're all archived on my YouTube channel, and all the links to all of those different things can be found down below on the stream. So yeah, I will see all of you on Tuesday, and thanks again for stopping by.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.